And we are live. How's everybody doing tonight? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and you're watching and/or listening to ABL Live. Thank y'all for joining me tonight. You could be almost anywhere in the world, but you're right here with me, and I appreciate y'all for that. We got a whole lot going on all over the internets, all over the mainstream media, social media, everywhere, and I don't know where to start. First of all, TikTok has been banned in Montana, or it may be, on January 1st, 2024. Are they going to be able to follow through with it? What does this mean for stateside spying on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube's, all that good stuff? We'll talk about that a little bit more a little bit later. Also, the Wyoming sorority that has a male member. I think I covered that last time, but I may talk about that a little bit more as well. Also, Monkeypox has not been around for a while, but it's coming back just in time for Pride Month. And I'm not making that up. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be witty. I'm being 100% serious. CDC says, hey, it's coming back for Pride Month. We'll talk about that a little bit more a little bit later. Also, we got to talk about the San Francisco Walgreens shooting of the quote-unquote trans man, a biological XX woman. They got a lot of outrage and protests and controversy, but the DA is not going to press charges against the guard. We'll talk about that in a minute. Also, a lot of these pranks that people do on the internet get way out of control. One guy almost lost his life and the head on a social at the same time. We'll talk about all those things and more on tonight's episode of ABL Live. Thank y'all again for being here. You guys are the best audience anywhere on these internets. If you like what you're hearing so far, if you enjoy the content in general, please give the video a thumbs up, like the video, share the video, do all of that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. We got a whole lot to discuss tonight. I got quite a few videos I've not shown yet. I got a lot. There is a whole lot happening. But first, thank y'all for being here. Check out the sponsors, of course. Y'all know patriotpost.us. Their link will be in the description. They are the best source of news and information anywhere on these internet. Check them on out right now through the link or just going straight to the website, patriotpost.us. Also, go to anthonyblogan.com. Go to the front page of the website. There's articles for each video that I produce, so you can always find my sources. You can find videos that I can't play on YouTube in their entirety without my commentary, whatever you want. Your sources, anthonyblogan.com. Also, go to the contact page of the website, anthonyblogan.com/contact, to find my email address, my snail address, and my social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All that good stuff will be right there on anthonyblogan.com/contact. And if you're ever wondering, hey, am I talking to ABL for real online? Is really going to sell me a bridge in Brooklyn? Is really going to sell me the very first Bitcoin ever minted? Is it really going to fly to middle of nowhere, Uzbekistan, and give a performance in the speech or whatever? If you're ever wondering about that, please just check the contact page to see if the medium upon which you are conversing with someone is actually me. It's probably some dude that's weighing 400 pounds, laying on his bed. It's probably not me. So y'all be safe. 2023. Anybody got no time to be scammed. The number one way they do it is when I post a video here on YouTube and you respond to it, and then somebody replies to you. That person may look like me, but they are not me. So please don't get scammed. Now, some are going to say, well, hey, ABL, why can't you just block these trolls? It's like playing whack-a-mole. You hit one, you got about 15 more at the same time. And at a certain point, there's only so much you could do. The best thing you could do is to protect yourself. Don't get scammed. Ain't nobody got no time for that. Don't be sending nobody in Lagos, Nigeria, all your life savings, because once it's gone, it's gone. They're going to be eating off all the jollof rice, getting all the square hats and everything they want with your money. So don't let that happen to you in 2023. Ain't nobody got no time for that. All righty. So that's that. And go to ablmerch.com, of course, ABLmerch.com. We got hats, t-shirts, stickers, hoodies, mugs, and more right there on the website, ablmerch.com. Okay. We have a whole lot happening. There's a lot. I'm reading a lot of the comments. You guys are great. I read a comment. It kind of stuck out to me. I just happened to see it. A lot of you guys may leave comments, but I don't necessarily get to see all of them. One person said, do I ever raise my voice, or am I always laid back? I'm always like this. Like, my voice right now, the way you hear it, that's pretty much the way it always is. I mean, I might get more stern and straight to the point. Like, if I'm ever getting irritated, like, my only thing is that people just get on my nerves. That's the thing I hate the most. People get on my nerves. You may see me on the call occasionally, get a little bit heated, but I'm never like yelling and getting out of my character. I might be like, sir. I might be like that. But beyond that, in my regular everyday life, I get irritated by people. They get on my nerves, and I get real straight to the point. I might say 2 or 3 words like, all right, I'm done. Like, you're getting on my nerves. Stop talking. And that'll pretty much be it. I'm not really going for a bunch of words when I'm getting when I'm getting irritated. Yeah, I don't get into all the word salad. Ain't nobody got no time for that. Let's just go ahead and cut straight to it. And if you don't want to stop doing what you're doing, well, we could do something else. But I'm a really nice guy, so normally I don't have those type of situations because I'm always the kind of guy that can smooth things over. But some people are just wanting to get under your skin, get on your nerves for no reason. It just like that type of stuff. And I try to stay away from that kind of energy. I don't like that kind of energy nowhere near me. That kind of attitude anywhere near me. I don't get into those type of things. Dana LS says, ABL, can you shout out my mom, Susan, 73 years old, watching with me for the first time? Well, hello, Susan. Thank you for watching. Shout out to your daughter, Dana. I'm glad you guys are watching me together. Hopefully you enjoy the channel. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so. So, yeah, shout out to your mom. You guys are great. I enjoy the families watching me together. That's a big part of the show. Watching with your mom, your dad, your kids, everybody. That's what I enjoy. So, yeah, shout out to you guys. Okay, I'm seeing a bunch of comments before I actually get to the topic. I'm going to get to topics in a minute. Y'all please hang tight. Somebody asked me, what kind of movies do I watch? Action, anything action or like a suspense type of thing, but really action. John Wick, not a whole lot of dialogue, straight to the action. I saw one movie recently on Netflix called The Gray Man. I think it had Ryan Reynolds or somebody in it. I think that's who that was. One of these, tall forehead white guys. I don't know who that was. What was that? The Gray Man, Netflix. Ryan Gosling. Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling. I don't know. Whatever, you know what I mean? Ryan Leaf, whatever these guys' names. Anyway, that was an action type of movie, but it was kind of silly at the same time. It was a dumb movie at certain points. Like, there was one point where they got chased into a hospital toward the end of the movie, and then the guy that chased them, rather than just leaving the way he came, he was just stationary for a minute and hopped out of the window. It's like, why'd you do that? Why you hop out? He was just standing there like, yeah, okay. And then boom, out of the window, glass everywhere. It's like, but I enjoyed it. It was just kind of senseless action. All right. So yeah, the big tall forehead, you know what I mean? Some of those guys look like, I think Hollywood has a catalog of these tall forehead white guys. They just put in everything. It's like, okay, Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling, your forehead's about 15 inches tall. Peyton Manning, Archie, yes, put you right here. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, you have white guys that look different in that. It's like you got black guys that look different, but for some reason, Hollywood likes one type. That's just what they do. The same kind of Hollywood is a funny place. Los Angeles, California, it's a funny place. They claim to be so liberal and inclusive, but really they are the most racist and the most about appearances. When it comes to races, they have a certain phenotype they like. And then now with the whole thing about being body positive, they want you to be 1,000,000 pounds. So either you like super fat and completely unhealthy, or you fit into a very specific phenotype in a particular race. Okay, you're a black guy, he wants you to be looking like Will Smith. Okay, you're a white guy, you got to have a forehead that's about the size of the Empire State Building as far as the height. Okay, from the top of your nose to the bottom of your hairline, it's got to be about 15 feet. That's what they want, in my humble opinion. All right, or you got to be kind of like dorky, like how Jonah Hill used to be, or Chris Farley, kind of fat. Like, they want you to be like that. That's how Hollywood is. But I'm way off topic, so I digress. And yes, also RIP to Jim Brown, one of the greatest. He was a fan of Trump. He had been around, I think, Mar-a-Lago many times, been to the White House many times. I think I might have been in the White House with Jim Brown one time. If anybody was there with me at the White House, one of the times I went during Trump, I went to the White House in 2018, 19, and 20. Like inside the White House, not just outside, inside the White House. I think Jim Brown might have been there one of those times. I'm pretty sure he was. Either he was there when I was not there and friends of mine were there, or I was there with him. But sometimes at these events, you never know who's going to show up. It'd be everybody there, random people. One time I met Isaiah Washington from Grey's Anatomy. He was there one time. I met him in the actual White House. Ben Carson, I met him in the White House. A lot of people were there. Kelly McEnany. It's like everybody you see on television will be right there in front of your face. It's a surreal moment to be inside the actual building. It's crazy. All right. Yeah. So shout out to shout out to Jim Brown. Yeah. Say met Jim Brown in Wichita, Kansas. Yeah. Shout out to Wichita. And shout out to you for meeting Jim Brown for sure. All right. And we have a whole lot going on. We got a whole lot to get into. I'm not really sure where I want to start. I have a lot of videos that I have not shown you guys as of yet that I might want to get into. And if you like what you're hearing so far, you know what to do. Please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. Now, speaking of Los Angeles, I got a video from LA. All right. I got a video from LA. And I think that, but I got a lot of videos. Y'all hang with me. But I got a video from LA that I think you guys will find fitting. That's probably the best way to put it. I don't want to say you're going to enjoy it. I'm going to say that you guys are going to find it fitting because this is pretty much what's happening right now in California. All right, so check it out. Now, imagine being homeless, right? Imagine being homeless, but you still have a lot of your creature comforts. People talking about, oh, we got to end this homeless crisis. It's so devastating. It's so horrible. Is it really that bad? I mean, is it really that bad to live outside in LA where it doesn't really rain too much at all? It might rain twice a year at best. Okay. Is it that bad when it's like 75 degrees all the time? Sunny, and people are, you got a bunch of mouth breathing normies out there that want to give you all their money. Oh, please help. I'm down on my luck. Meanwhile, you'll take that money and go smoke crack with it. You'll take that money and go shoot fentanyl with it. Oh, please help. I'm down on my luck. Help me and my dog. How you got a dog and homeless at the same time? When I was living in my apartment in Virginia and I had no money for a particular period, like many years ago, there was no way I could have had a dog at the same time. How am I going to have a dog when I'm struggling to pay for food for myself? How am I going to feed the dog too? That makes no sense. You got a pet and homeless? Give the pet to the shelter and figure out a way to save some money. Save some of that panhandling money rather than going to shoot fentanyl with it. Save that money to go get you an apartment or some clothes and a job or something like that. But I'm getting triggered, so I digress. Let's go ahead and get to this particular video here. And shout out to Clown World. If you guys are not following Clown World on the Twitters, I don't know what you're doing. Y'all need to follow Clown World right now. A lot of the news I get comes from Twitter. Let me come back for a minute before I get to this. I just want to give Twitter their flowers right now. Shout out to Elon Musk. Shout out Tucker Carlson. Shout out to all the guys and girls over at Twitter to make it great. Twitter is probably the best social media platform for information. Now, as far as entertainment value, video content, all that kind of stuff, that's different. But like information, news, real time, Twitter's the best. You don't have so much censorship. It's open. You can fact check. You got community-based fact check, and it's the best for news, in my humble opinion. Better than Drudge. And speaking about Drudge, before I get to the video, Drudge said that Tucker Carlson was going to be replaced on the 8 o'clock hour by Sean Hannity, and it was going to be a mix-up. So what they were going to do, a shake-up. Hannity was going to be at 8, then it was going to be Jesse Waters at 9, and then Gutfeld at 10. But Fox News came back and said that's a rumor and it's false. So who's right and who's wrong? I don't really know. Drudge has been wrong before. Maybe they were wrong again. I don't know, and I digress. I dropped something right quick. That's all I was. I had something on my hand that I was messing with. But let's get to this video right here on Twitter, which is the best source of news and information. Alrighty. So this person has a projector in their tent. Now, you guys out there living in regular houses in Normieville, USA, do you own a projector in your house? Do you have a 4K projector? Are you able to have a theater room in your crib?
Bro, the homeless people have projectors here. What the? They have projectors in.
So, look. You got a whole movie theater inside your tent. I mean, like I said, when people talking about, oh, they're so homeless, ABL, they don't have anywhere to go. They're so this, they're so that. It's like, look, they appear to be just fine out there. You probably got all your drugs and your food and whatever you got. You watching rap videos. You good with a whole projector inside of a tent. So, yeah, a home theater for the homeless. Hilarious. Yeah, you got all of that. And LA is crazy. I done seen some stuff. Like, I done seen the one guy, he had a 2-story makeshift hut. I mean, are we going back to like Middle East, Africa, like rural type environments, India? Are we going to some slumdog millionaire type stuff in USA? I suppose so. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find that video right quick. There was the guy had a 2-story, he had a 2-story like hut. Basically, I don't know what to call it. He had found some building materials and was able to construct it some kind of way. I don't really know how he was doing it, but he had it. I want to find that whole thing. If you guys know about that, what I'm talking about, y'all please let me know in the comments. 2-story. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. Watch this. Watch this. Look at this. The title of this video is Homeless Man Builds 2-Story Condo on Skid Row. One more time. Homeless man builds 2-story condo on Skid Row. Now, obviously, we don't have the finest of creature comforts. We don't have running water, AC. Well, you know what? I might have spoke too soon. We just saw a whole theater inside of a tent. How did he get power? Do you have a battery-powered projector? I don't know. I can't call it. The man might have running water in that tent and everything, but let's keep on going here.
Coming through. Hold up.
I'm gonna turn the volume down a little bit.
God damn it.
Look at this. Look. Look at this. My man got a ladder going to the top. He has all type of, this is on the street. You got cars riding by. This is right on the corner. So you have like a sidewalk, allegedly. Ain't no walking going on that sidewalk. Oh, he might have 36 inches. Remember that video from the other day? You got 36 inches to get a wheelchair by it, but that's about it.
Oh shit, you putting foil on it?
Yeah.
Is this your house?
No, it's my art.
This
The
is
owner's in the inside.
the owner's in the inside?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Chandrika.
I'm recording you. Is that okay?
Oh yeah. Is it? Am I?
Yeah.
Am I in trouble?
No. My name's Lucky. I got Hood Stocks, a podcast called Hood Stocks Podcast, and I shot a couple videos of this right here, and everybody's loving it. Yeah, I did that.
Okay, so I saw it like a month ago, and I spoke with him, and I was like, you think I could put my art on your home?
So what is she gonna do with this art? Like, I don't understand what that is. Like, I don't really. I see tinfoil. I'm seeing cooking material. I'm seeing cooking supplies. How is that art? I'm not sure what the final finished piece is going to be, but I digress. That's not really important. Let's get to the HGTV Skid Row version.
So I came back randomly, and I was like, can I start? And he just left.
That's badass.
Yeah, he's there.
Hey, what up, OG?
All right, baby.
Hey, can I get a video of you, dog? Can I peep it out, doggy?
Right now, she's doing a little bit of work,
Yeah. Hey, you built this right here?
Yeah.
This shit's hard, my G. God damn it, dog.
Appreciate you.
Hey, that's dope, doggy.
Right.
I mean, how long did it take you build this?
It took me a few months because, money and everything. But if I had all the money, like right then,
You see his hands. Obviously, there's some things going on.
might not even take a few hours to build it.
Okay. Were you in construction before or what?
Well, I started with
So you could tell that there's some substance abuse going on, but maybe he has some skills. But see, them drugs take it from you. They will take it from you. So my man got a whole 2-story condo out here right on Skid Row. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a mess. LA, I could never. Somebody was trying to convince me that, California's the best place to be. It's like, look, man, I can't tell. I never in my life seen 2-story condos in the homeless encampment. The homeless encampments in California are unreal. When I was in LA, I always say this, I was not impressed. It looked super ghetto, like Mexico, some slums. It looked like Mexican slums. Nothing against Mexicans. I'm talking about the country. The poverty in Mexico, it's spread to LA, and that's pretty much what it is. If you go up in the hills, you have a whole different environment. You up in Laguna Beach somewhere, whole different environment. You down on the ground floor, it's something else. Okay, and to stay on the topic of Los Angeles, I'm gonna show you guys what they have done with these brand new bus stops. So, hold on. So let me put it up on the screen right quick. Okay, you see this right here? This is a bus stop. Okay, yes, it is. It's a shelter. So let's read a little bit. It says this is called the La Sombrita. That's what they called it. SOMBRITA. La Sombrita. It's held as inexpensive. It only costs $7,500 to put this right here, to build it from, to build it and put it right there in the ground. And it has a solar powered light on it. So at nighttime, it illuminates the area around it. This is a bus stop. It's a bus shelter. Now, I'm not really sure what kind of shelter you're going to provide with this right here. I mean, if it's raining, forget about it. Maybe some wind. It's not very fat friendly. If you weigh over 400 pounds, then it might get a little bit of your backside. It might get about a quarter of your backside, but that's about it. $7,500. Do you guys know how much a regular bus stop costs? $50,000 for a bus stop. I'm talking about just like the thing. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me show you a regular bus stop. A regular, like a shelter, a bus stop shelter. Let me show you a regular bus stop that costs $50,000. Okay. Yeah, so something like this. Okay. Matter of fact, hold on. Something like this right here. $50,000 for that. All I see is a bench, like a regular steel bench, and this is probably like a steel little structure that you might be able to put 5 people up underneath it comfortably. Probably about between 5 to 8 comfortably. You could squeeze in 10 to 15 if it's raining, but probably about 5 to 8 comfortably. $50,000 for that. Now, here's a question I got for you guys. How much of that is graft? Just government just taking money, doing whatever they want, Maxine Waters style, or Ilhan Omar, these people that take money from their campaign and then spend it among their family members or their boyfriends, husbands, or whatever to give it right back to them. How much of that is going on? How much of this right here costs that much to build, and how much goes into the pockets of politicians? Because you know what the labor is like out there. The labor is not going to be super intensive. We ain't talking about nothing that's really, off the chain, especially with all the illegal aliens coming in. They could put that together like it's some Lego blocks in 5 minutes. So anyway, that's what it is. That's crazy. Is it 45,000? 45,000, and you're probably talking about the expenses to go to politicians. 45,000, absolutely. Yeah, it's crazy. But again, this right here, oh, it's so much better, ABL. It's only 7,500. This is much more cost effective. I see literally, like, it's not even a new pole. So there's a pole right there with the bus stop sign on it, and there's one right next to it. This is like a regular steel pole, not even stainless. It's going to rust in a year, and you got this thing right here on it. It's just some bent up mesh bent up green mesh, park bench material at best, and then they put some little words on the bottom. $7,500. This is a problem with government spending. They're talking about, oh, we got to raise the debt ceiling, ABL. We're going to run out of money. Well, how about we just stop all this stupid spending on ridiculous nonsense, overinflated things to put money in people's pockets? This is like Banana Republic type stuff. It's what they do. They charge a lot of money for things. They loot the treasury. That's what they do in third world countries. That's happening right here in the United States. We're talking about trying to ban TikTok. What about what's happening right here in the US of A? Matter of fact, I think I want to go and look at the whole thing going on with TikTok right now because, they want to ban TikTok, but it's like, okay, I understand that the threat of China potentially being a problem, but what about what's going on right here in the States? Before I get to TikTok, I saw something about the U.S. weaponizing their ability to spy on us. Hold on. Here's something right here. Check it out. This is on Post Millennial. Shout out to them. They're a pretty good website. Let's check it out right here. FBI misused. Let me see if I can put that right there. FBI misused, quote unquote, digital surveillance tool almost 300,000 times on January 6 suspects and others. And then it says compliance problems with the querying of Section 702 information have proven to be persistent and widespread. So let me just see right here. On Friday, a newly unsealed court document revealed that the FBI misused the Section 702 electronic database over 278,000 times between 2020 and 2021, a problem that the agency blamed on a misunderstanding between its employees and the DOJ lawyers. Crazy, right? Now, what does this really mean? It says the report comes as lawmakers consider renewing the law. The database shares its name with Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA. Okay, so that's what that is. So what are these queries that they're running? It says that the FBI ran, one FBI employee, one person ran 23,132 inquiries of Americans after the January 6th riot at the Capitol, even though there was no basis to assume the searches would find foreign intelligence information. So they're using FISA to just run searches on you. Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. What's that got to do with Randy Johnson in Des Moines, Iowa? What's that got to do with him? Okay, he's at the Capitol with his mama just hanging out, having a good time, and you are running his name in the thing. You're abusing the power you have right here in the US of A. So here's my question. We're talking about China spying, and that's probably, well, that is a fact. They spy, but we spy on them and each other. We spy on American citizens for no reason. We put American citizens in the penitentiary locked up without due process, bypassing their constitutional rights to a fair and speedy trial because of political persecution. So it's kind of hard for me to be like, well, the TikTok ban makes sense. At the same time, well, they try to take our rights away right here in the United States. I think the problem with TikTok, before I even get to what they're trying to do, the problem with TikTok is that the U.S. can't control it. You see, the U.S. can have some control over U.S.-based companies, just like what happened with Hunter Biden and the laptop. Remember, the FBI called all the social media companies, like, "Yo, take that down," because it was a threat there. Like, hey, if you don't remove that, there might be a problem. You are misinformation, spreading, you're hoarding misinformation. We're going to tie you up in court action. That's how they do. You see, when a thing is not necessarily illegal, when they try to say it's like in the murky area, when they try to say that, what they do is tie you up in litigation. They tie you up in litigation, so you are consumed with that. Your life is consumed with it. You can't do too much else. You're spending a bunch of money. They want to drain you dry, drain all your resources, make you want to quit and just give up and say, you know what, just tap out and cry uncle, because you don't want to deal with all the court action. Although you've not been convicted at all, you're not even been charged with a crime, but the court action is so debilitating. It's like being in the penitentiary. It's another form of punishment, just court action by itself, even without a judgment or any kind of sentencing. Without sentencing, conviction, or judgment, the court action by itself is still a form of punishment. That's what's happening right now with Trump. They're talking about they may indict him in Georgia as well with Fonnie Willis, the Fulton County District Attorney. So they indicted him in New York. Now they try to get him in Atlanta. I mean, what's next? They already got him on 2 impeachments. It's never ending court action. But I digress. The point about TikTok is America can't control it at all. So if China is able to get a bunch of young people from the United States on board with their app, because it's a good app for young people. I mean, they own it. They can find things they can't find on social media, regular. They can't find certain things on YouTube or Face to Snap or whatever. They can't find certain things there. They go to TikTok. It's quick, straight to the point. They got ADD brains. They can explain things in a very short period of time. That's the young person's platform. Now, all they got to do in China is flip the switch and flood it with a bunch of propaganda from China. And what are you going to do? If you already got a population that's hooked on TikTok, all they're going to do is just consume whatever they are being fed. And then if there's a scandal that happens with Joe Biden, Hunter Biden again, and then it gets published to TikTok, it's going to be out there and they can't control it. Unlike what they do here in the States, which is pretty much threaten U.S.-based companies. I mean, they may put the U.S. branch of TikTok through court action, perhaps, but ultimately it's a Chinese-owned company. And what are you going to do? Nothing. Because if you try to go to China and get them to do something and change, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen at all. Not in the least bit. So it's going to be a thing. Now, Montana is the first state in the union to have a total ban on TikTok. Other states have it to where you cannot have TikTok on the device if you are a government employee of like a state government employee. There might even be a federal government TikTok ban. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see. Federal government TikTok ban. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see. Yeah. So the federal government, you can't have that on the work phone, on the work provided phone. But I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose. It's just like any other work device. So if you're given the work device, you're given the laptop, iPad, iPhone, or whatever, you're going to have certain restrictive applications on there that will not allow you to put certain apps on it. And that goes beyond TikTok. It's not anything new. But they can't ban it from your personal phone, though. So when you leave work, you could hop right on TikTok and do all the dances and learn how to make pancakes and souffles or whatever you want to do. But Montana is saying you cannot have it on your phone at all. And it's like if it's illegal for you to operate TikTok in Montana. But they're not going to be able to enforce that. Because the only way for them to enforce it would be is that they spy on your phone. That's the only way. And I'm not sure that Montana can do that legally. The NSA does that, obviously. The federal government does that, obviously, on Americans. But they can't spy on your phone and then bring you to trial on a thing that's not even a crime, necessarily. For instance, last I checked, it wasn't a crime to have things that are legal on your phone. Now, some things are illegal to possess, period. We know what those are. I'm going to get too graphic. But you got to have some kind of probable cause to, search and do all that kind of good stuff. I don't know. I don't see them being able to really. I mean, imagine somebody getting their house raided. Okay, you get in the federales, boot your door down. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find the meme of the feds right. You know what I'm talking about, where they busting the door down. Yeah, here it is. That's what I'm talking about right here. And RIP to the headphone users. Like, imagine all that for TikTok on your phone. I don't think that's going to be appropriate. So I don't know what they're going to do. I think it's a little bit too little too late. The only way you're going to be able to have TikTok be banned is if you have it, you make TikTok illegal nationwide, and still it's going to be a problem. All you're going to be able to do is prevent the Apple Store and Google Play from offering it on their platforms. in the States. That's all you could do. But again, it's easy to get a VPN. That's going to be a whole thing. They already got that going on in China, VPNs, because the Chinese government banned so much that people in the country learn how to use VPNs, a virtual private network. So you can use a VPN and you can have it to where your device thinks you are somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? So like right now, I'm in Tennessee, right? I log on to my VPN and I can access the internet through a different country, right? I can use their connection. So I appear to be in Latvia, but I'm really in Tennessee. So how are you going to stop that from happening? Are you going to make VPNs illegal? I doubt it, because VPNs have other uses aside from downloading wares that are illicit. So that's not going to happen. Like, and if you do try to do something like that, now it will become China, because check it out. And I think I will do a VPN sponsor. I get a lot of VPN emails. Hey, you want to sponsor? I may do that. It's time. It's perfect time right now. I have VPNs on my devices if I need them for particular things I do. I've been getting those for a long time. I had a lot of VPNs. I won't say which ones I use yet, because I got one that I use. But if they want to sponsor, I'll tell it at that point. But I do use VPNs. They're not going to be able to ban those. And again, if you do ban VPNs, now we become China, where it's legal to own VPNs. You can go to the penitentiary for having the VPN on your phone. All right. So yeah, now we become them. Also, we become more like China because China also bans TikTok. Did you know that? I've said it before on the channel, but I'm not sure that everybody knows that. China bans TikTok. Yes, TikTok is a Chinese company. Yes, the CCP has board members on it. It's a Chinese company owned by China, Chinese. But TikTok, the actual app that we have in the West, is banned in China. China has their own version of TikTok called Douyin. It's the exact same app mechanically. It's the same interface, the same concept, short videos. It's the same app, but it's not the same app. The content on TikTok is different than Douyin. You see, on TikTok, kids will get fed a bunch of garbage. They'll get fed some entertaining stuff, I suppose, but a lot of garbage, things that the Chinese government does not want their kids to consume. Okay, first of all, there's a limit on the time you can have on social media on your phone. I think it's like 40 minutes in China, then it shuts off. Again, that's why they got VPNs, try to get around that. But still, if you're a regular normie, don't know about VPNs, 40 minutes and you're done for a kid per day of social media use. Also on Douyin, they have more positive videos, videos about science experiments and kids surprising teachers with birthday parties, all kind of stuff like that on Douyin. Ain't none of this Western garbage that we have on their app. So we become more like China. We talking about how bad China is. We become an imitation of them. It's like what's happening right now with all this socialism stuff going on in the country. Okay, we talking about how bad Russia is. Russia. How bad Vladimir Putin is. But we are trying to become just like them. Okay, we're trying to have, we got dynasties in this country, people that have been in here for a very long time. Got Biden in office since 1972, 1973, 50 years in the federal government with no accomplishments, okay? And you're going to have all these things, all the socialized healthcare, socialized housing, everything socialized. We're becoming a worse version of USSR. And as we get further down the line of totalitarianism, we become more like China. Okay, you got to import cheap labor, all this, and it's the same thing. We're doing the exact same thing that they do. It's not good. America should be exceptional, not just a carbon copy of other podunk backwater type of countries that are now surpassing us, unfortunately, as far as the world standing. Like I say, I'm America 100%, America down to the bone, America forever. But we got to tighten up. We got a few things that we need to really just get together. Yeah, and I agree with that, the real one. Their app, Douyin, has a lot of propaganda on it. Absolutely. Douyin, a lot of propaganda from the Chinese government. But again, it's the same app. It's the same thing. Okay. So all they got to do from ByteDance over in China and say, okay, let's flood Americans between the ages of 14 and 21 with propaganda. And they can do it. I think America knows that. I think the thing with banning TikTok is that America's not being honest. They're not giving you the real reason why they want to ban it. They'll talk about how it's a security risk, and they're not getting down to the nitty gritty of what's going on. They don't want China to be able to control our young people through their social media app because they know how powerful social media is. If the Hunter Biden laptop story is allowed to be on Twitter, we have Trump in office again. If that's allowed to breathe, then Joe Biden loses. And I'm convinced of that. That's how powerful social media is. It can change elections. It really can. So a lot of money gets spent on advertisements from people that want to push particular things. It's really big, bigger than radio. Radio at one point was very big before television, bigger than television. TV's going the way of the dodo bird. People don't really watch TV in a traditional way anymore. If you are like a baby boomer, you might watch TV normally, maybe. And you got some people that watch TV normally, like sit down in front of your couch and you turn it on and flip channels. I mean, that still happens, but now people got Netflix and they got YouTube and they got their social media apps. They do other things aside from just watch regular TV, things that were not available maybe even 5 to 10 years ago. And it's to the point now where you can watch your social media apps and your YouTube and everything else on television. The same way you could watch a regular TV show on television, you couldn't do before. And then also, one thing that I always thought about when I was a kid, I would always go to my granddad's house in summertime in Roanoke, Virginia. I go to my granddad's house. He had this old receiver type TV. I don't know what to call it, but it was black and white. It had bunny ears on it. You could watch TV. It was like a small handheld. When I say handheld, I mean it probably was about like this big. It was a nice little big thing, but it was, you could hold it in your hands and it had dials on like an old school TV and bunny ears, the antennas. You could get black and white TV on there. I was like, one day they're going to have it to where this form factor becomes full color and you get all the channels. I have that right now on my phone. I got YouTube TV. I can literally open my phone right now and watch TV like this. Basketball game on right now. Like if I wanted to, I got this right here, right? I could put this little device, see this little stand? I could put this device in the corner and right there, I can watch a basketball game as I'm doing this right here. So the technology is going to change. People know that. And that's why they want to have so much control over it. But the problem is that a lot of the people that want to control TikTok and social media are ancient. They don't understand what's going on. People that are alive right now who are in office, like your man Joe Biden said, the phonograph, who is under the age of 70 that knows what a phonograph is? Who's ever heard of that term? I'm almost 40. I've never actually, what is that? A phonograph, a record player? Is that what that is? If you were to put a gun to my head and say, hey, are you confident that you know what a phonograph is? I'd be like, hey man, I might have to go meet Jesus right now because I might not really be aware of what's going on. Okay. I'm rolling the dice with the answer. Is it a record player? I don't know. Please don't shoot. Put the gun down. I'd be pleading for my life if that was me in that situation, because I don't know what that is. But guys like that are in office and they're the ones who are making laws. In the video about TikTok, I showed a news report about it. And then the guy was like, Tic Tac. What is Tic Tac? I don't know what that is. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the video right quick. And if you like the video, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. Yeah, this is a phone right here. This is my Samsung Galaxy S22, I think. Yeah, this is a phone. So this is the phone I do a lot of my work on, like a lot of videos and like social media stuff I do on this. And then this is like my phone for friends and family. This is my iPhone right here. Okay. And the only reason why I got that is, but the reason why I got an iPhone at first is because, like FaceTime, my mom and them, they got FaceTime, and then other friends got FaceTime. That's the only reason why I got the iPhone. Before that, I was just, I'm Android gang all day long. People get scared. Oh, it's green text. I'm scared of the green text. It's like, what? It's weird, but whatever. I'm just here. I'm just living. Let me see if I can find that particular video where one man said tic tac. Like, what is that, sir? What are you talking about? That's the problem. Hold on. Can I not find that? I mean, what is the deal? I'm going to find it. All right. Hold on. And
community.
I think, okay, wait a minute. NBC. Let's do this. NBC News, Montana, TikTok. Let's do it like that. Okay. Montana. Here we go. Here's my man. Now, my man right here, shout out to him. I don't know who he is. I'm not trying to make fun of my man right here. My man right, he probably about in his 50s, maybe 60s, something like that. This is the kind of guy that'll be in office as a politician and making laws, okay? He's talking about TikTok and doesn't know what it is. So how are you really going to be a lawmaker and you don't know what's going on?
Challenges and soon.
Yeah, a reminder, the government is concerned that anything you do on TikTok might be.
See what I'm saying? Was that just him making the mistake? I don't know, because I've heard that before. You got people that are kind of up there, a little older than even I am. They'll say, Instant Snap and Facebook and stuff like that. They don't. You got to be aware of what's going on. This is why. Remember, I did a story about that guy in the military who was caught posting secrets on Discord. The main thing people said was, oh, he's so young. You shouldn't be so young with that level of security clearance. Well, is he going to be 40 years old? He's not going to know what's going on. He has to be of that age. And if you're in the military, you're not going to be elderly in the military. Not really. And if you're doing stuff like what he was doing, like IT work, you're going to be a young guy. You want the young people in there because they have their finger on the pulse of what's happening with technology. It's easy to put a young child on technology, to put it in their hand and have them really understand it, than it is to put a person that's like 50 years old. It's like learning a new language for the first time. If you spoke English your entire life, never anything else, and then you want to be on Rosetta Stone and whatnot, you can be like, no hablo inglés, it's going to be real bad, okay? But if you grew up in a household where they spoke English, French, German, Spanish, whatever, you're going to have all those languages in your repertoire because you learned it at an early age. You're going to be bilingual easy. So yeah, shout out to all the bilingual kids and shout out to all the people that are not aware of what's going on in the world as it relates to technology, who are making the laws that govern it, that regulate it. All right. But if you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up, like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. Now, there's a video right here that I may have shown you guys. Okay. I may have shown you guys this video, but I may not have. Now, this is going back to the border crisis. Have we forgotten about that? I think we're talking about TikTok and other things, but we still got a border crisis, right? That's still going on. We still got illegal aliens flooding into the country like ain't nobody's business. Title 42 came to an end. They're coming in like ain't nobody's business. Okay, coming in here, doing whatever they want to do. Okay, you got drugs, guns, whatever, have it. Now, people get upset. Normies get upset at us talking about the border. They say, oh, you're racist, ABL, you hate Mexicans. Mexicans? It's not about Mexicans. I mean, they coming across the course because it's right there, but we're talking about the whole world coming over here. So this is a camp in Panama.
Oh. You go China.
I played it before on a live, but I'm going to play it one more time.
Hello, China? Yeah.
So, I mean, you got a line of all these Chinese people coming in. I said it before. They are the number 2 illegal alien group aside from Mexican nationals. It's Chinese nationals. Oh, they fleeing the country for asylum. So you got to flee across the whole Pacific Ocean, go from Panama to like you going to Panama first, or somewhere South America. You might come from Colombia, Venezuela, somewhere, Peru, Bolivia. Then you coming up through Panama. Then you coming up through Belize and what's that? Not Ecuador. What's that right there? Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Salvador, then Mexico, then the U.S. illegally. Now, you couldn't seek harbor in any of those countries. You couldn't seek harbor over in the Far East and by China. You couldn't go to Russia. You couldn't go to Japan. You couldn't go to Korea, South Korea. You couldn't go to Southeast Asia. Okay, you couldn't go to Burma. You couldn't go to Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Myanmar, Philippines, nowhere. You got to come all the way to the US of A to quote unquote seek asylum. Give me a break. Give me a break. I'm sick of it, for real. Normies don't understand. Normies think that, oh, they're poor and hungry, ABL. So what? That's the dumbest thing in the world, because check it out. How about I'm poor and hungry in America? How about I'm poor and hungry and I go into your house to get some food? Matter of fact, how about this? How about I say I'm poor and hungry and I fly to China to seek asylum? Man, ain't no way. They're going to see me. They're going to see, they automatically, instantly, I'm not Chinese right away. Okay, now, I'm not necessarily the rocket scientist. I'm not a brain surgeon or a rocket scientist, but I know kind of what the Han Chinese look like. They're not 6'3" black guys with an American accent. That's not what they are. Instantly, I know that I don't belong there, and they know it too. Why are you here? Why are you here, Chocolate Mom? Why are you here, huh? What am I gonna say? Yo, you know what? It's rough out there in Tennessee, man. You know, it's hard out there. You know, my checks is coming late. I don't got a job. You know, I got laid off. I want to come to Beijing to seek asylum. Man, I'll get the blankest stare in the world, or I might get locked up immediately. And if you get locked up in China, you might go to one of them factories and make toys. There was a story where an African guy, like real talk, an African guy got trapped in a Chinese factory. Like, I think he went there trying to do something. I'm not sure what he was trying to do. Seek asylum, trying to find work. They put that man in the factory, and he put a note in one of the toys he was making. He was making some kind of toys for Walmart, Halloween toys. He put a note in the toy talking about, I'm trapped here. They got me enslaved in China. Real talk. I got to find that particular clip right quick. Put him on the basketball team. Yeah. They put him on the basketball team. Yeah. Hold on. African man trapped Chinese factory note. Yeah. Here it is. Hold on. So, wait a minute. Check it out. This is on Vox. This is from 2018. I'm not sure if this is legit. I think it is. It says, you buy a purse at Walmart. There's a note inside from a Chinese prisoner. Now what? Trusting the mysterious message across the world to understand how what we buy is made. Now, let me see if I can, this might be the one I'm talking about. Yeah, nah, this ain't it. But yeah, it's the same thing though. I mean, imagine that. you making purses in Walmart and you put a note in there, and you got a little pack of silica gel, keep it dry and so it don't smell. And right beside the silica gel, it's a little note. Please help. I'm somewhere in the Chinese mountains. I'm somewhere in the land of the rising sun. Please help. What are we gonna do? The moral of that story is you cannot go over there and seek asylum. It's not going to work. But over here, you could just fly from the other side of the world and seek asylum. Remember when you were a kid and you would dig a hole down in China because it's so far away? How does it make sense for them to come here? Europe is closer because Europe and Asia is like kind of together, right? It's truly one continent. Eurasia is one continent. There's no division. The only division between Europe and Asia is the Ural Mountains in Russia, between Russia and Siberia. It's like a mountain chain, but there's no body of water in between Europe and Asia. So just fly over there, fly to Brussels, Denmark, somewhere, do something like that. Why you gotta come to the United States? I mean, it's dumb. How about the Europeans? How about the Europeans that come over here from Moldova or somewhere to the U.S.? So there was nowhere else you could have fled in Europe other than flying multiple different airlines, Ryanair, all kind of stuff, Delta, flying all over the world to get here, to seek asylum. Stay over there. But I digress. I'm getting triggered, so I'm going to keep on moving. If you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. Now, monkeypox is back. Or, excuse me, pardon me. I got to give you the more politically correct term. Mpox. It's like that song. Remember that song back in the day, Hanson Mbop? Mpox is back. And they say the reason why it's new resurgence is because of Pride Month coming up. They're not trying to mince words. And I was surprised. I was like, why they really said that it's because of Pride Month coming up? That's the reason why monkeypox is coming back. Remember when it first came out, monkeypox, last year? And we were kind of like coming down off of the C-19 scare. During C-19, everybody's wearing masks everywhere. Everybody's walking on the arrows. Not everybody. I'm going to rephrase that. There was a lot of mask wearing, a lot of hysteria around the vaccine. There was also a bunch of ridiculous stuff in grocery stores. They literally put arrows on the ground. Did you guys, and be honest, don't lie, did you guys walk on the arrows in the grocery store? Please be honest. I don't want to put a poll up because I don't want to blast you like that. Just answer yay or nay. If you did, I'm not going to judge you, but don't do it no more. Let me see. Grocery store, arrows, C-19. Yeah, this was a complete mess. This was a complete mess. And they had studies talking about, oh, well, we got, it can help slow the spread, have one-way traffic. I'm like, man, if you don't stop, hold on. This was the dumbest thing ever. Had little footprints and whatnot. You guys said no. You guys said yes. It's okay. You know, don't do it no more. Don't do it no more. So wait a minute. So here are some of the signs, right? So you have to social distance 6 feet apart, and you got to just go one way. So you got these little footies, these little footprints on the ground. The dumbest thing in the world. And then here's a study. I'll get to that in a minute. But here's like one of the arrows. One way aisle, only go this way. I mean, if I go the other way, what's going to happen? If I'm behind somebody in the one-way aisle, I mean, I don't understand. And then the craziest part is that there's things on the shelves anybody could touch. I could sneeze right in my hands, right? Achoo, right in my hands. I got the cooties everywhere. I could touch every single item on the shelves as I go by on the one-way aisle. You go by and touch that same thing. So if you're trying to like reduce contact with people, then wouldn't that kind of defeat the purpose? It was so dumb. It was so dumb. And then they had studies. It says one-way shopping aisles can help reduce direct C-19 transmission. This is back in 2021. Just 2 years ago, they said this. Okay, this is a legitimate website, CTV News in Canada. They said that. Okay, the dumbest thing in the world. Now we know it's all nonsense. It's all BS. The arrows did nothing. The mask wearing did nothing. The lockdowns did nothing. The vax did nothing except for kill some people, allegedly. It didn't do a thing. It did not do a thing. It was totally crazy. So at a certain point, the mask wearing, it died down because everybody's like, all right, then what are we doing? They didn't took some of the mask mandates away, all this and that. So the mask wearing died down. But right when they said we got monkeypox coming out and you might get a vaccine, mask wearing resumed. Because people are already trained. They were already trained to knee-jerk react put the mask on when it came time for some kind of situation where they got to wear it. Okay, it's a new bug out. I'm going to go to wearing this T-shirt I've been wearing for the past 2 years without washing it. Okay, I've showed that video over and over again of the Indian guys on the ground putting their feet and their armpits and everything else on your mask as they wear them. And like I said before, I understand this shirt right here could have been in that same factory, but guess what? Before I put the shirt on my body, I'm going to wash it. I'm going to wash it and make sure that I don't get the direct from factory cooties on my body. But you're not doing that with your mask. You're putting that right on your face. Anyway, when monkeypox got announced, they went right back to it, putting the mask on because they were afraid. Not because it worked, but because they were afraid. That's all that they were doing. Oh, remember this? Here's another piece of it that they did. The craziest part, remember? You had sections of that grocery store blocked off. So I can't buy things. I can't touch things. Like, I don't really understand. Why? So I can't, I think it's toys right here. So you kids can't buy toys. Imagine, you see, if you're my age, you bought 40 something. Imagine, remember going to the store and getting a toy? Oh man, I used to love getting toys. That was my thing. Man, being a little kid, like first grade, second grade, or being like right around this age right here, going to the grocery store and getting a toy, man, it was the best thing in the world. And I loved that toy for about a good 2 days, but it was still great. Imagine you see this right here, it's blocked off. You don't know what's going on. It's like, wait a minute. What in the world's happening? It's like being a dog and you got a dog bowl with a fake bone in it. It's like painted on the bottom of the bowl. You're trying to get the dog bone, but it's not happening. It's like the dog can't comprehend. Little kids can't comprehend why they can't touch even the boxes. Why they got this thing right here that says you can't go forward. It didn't make any sense. I remember that. It did it with seeds. Remember that? Yep. Did that with seeds. It sure did. But let me find the actual video that I wanted to get to here, which was the one news outlet was very honest about the monkeypox resurgence. I was surprised. I was totally surprised. I was like, wow, they really put that out there like that. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. And if you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up, like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. So let's check this out right quick. Like I said, I was surprised. They were beyond honest. Okay, RP headphone users.
A new warning from the CDC about a potential risk for new cases of Mpox to surge this summer.
Oh, I almost forgot to mention as I'm talking right now. No, I said it in my video earlier, but I forgot to mention they have rebranded monkeypox as Mpox because it's racist. I said that last time. It said it's racist.
We're coming up on Pride Week.
Meanwhile, it's mostly white gay guys that get the disease. Hold on.
For new cases of Mpox to surge this summer.
We're coming up on Pride Week right now when there are a lot of celebrations within our populations that are at highest risk for getting Mpox. And we don't want to see a month-long celebration turn into a tragedy.
So we already know what it is. It's like they know that the boys are going to be on the town. They're going to be doing a lot of different things. A lot of things I'm not going to mention right here on the YouTubes. I ain't trying to get striked to have nobody call and complain talking about my 5-year-old heard you say that particular word. I'm not going to say it. Y'all are adults if you are adults and you know where I'm going with it. They said it right there. So nobody can say, hey, AB, are you being, because, you know, somebody may try to say that I'm being LGBT phobic. And I don't know. I can't say homophobic no more because what does that mean? What does homophobic mean? I don't know what these terms mean anymore. They done got so many different things that they put in the LGBTQ, LMNOP, XYZ flag that I don't know what's going on anymore. I can't call it. Can you? So I say LGBT phobic. How about that? But they can't say that when you have the CDC warning the gay male community, hey, y'all got Pride Month coming up. There's going to be a lot of activities going on, but check it out. Monkeypox is still here, and you're going to get it if you out here acting the fool. They said it. They said promiscuity among gay men is what causes the monkeypox. They didn't say nothing about no skin contact or nothing. And then here's a question I have that nobody might want to address. Here's a question I got. They said in NBC News, and I put the video up, the article from NBC News. They said that it's sex between men. Hold on, matter of fact, let me just get the ad thing out of the way. But they said exactly why the disease transmits. All right. It says it right there, NBCnews.com. Sex between men, not skin contact, is fueling monkeypox. New research suggests the claim that skin-to-skin contact during sex between men, not intercourse itself, drives most monkeypox transmission is likely backward. A growing group of experts say. This is August of 2022, right after Pride Month, right? Okay. Pride Month is what? June, if I'm not mistaken, June, July, summertime, right? Right after that, it did a study and said, okay, this is what's going on. And their conclusion is that probably Pride Month was a big uptick in it. All the parties and the raves and the house parties and everything else, you know what's going on. Drugs and all kind of stuff happening. Monkeypox increases. They already know what it is. So can't nobody tell me that I'm LGBT phobic when the evidence is right here, right in front of your very face. It's simple. Ain't nothing else to it. Okay? It's nothing else to it. But we're going to see how that whole thing goes. Oh, I almost forgot what I was trying to get to. So we know how it spreads, right? But remember last year, dogs started getting it and kids started getting it. Now, I'm not saying anything. I'm asking the question. How is this true on NBC News? You got researchers, analysts. They're saying how it spreads. It says sex between men. How do kids get it? Huh? How are dogs getting it? It says it's not skin-to-skin contact. So what's up? I'm reading this right here from, again, NBC News. I'm not making it up. I'm on the website right now. You can look it up for yourself. I'm asking, how did we get from this to that? Nobody wants to address that, do they? Don't nobody want to address that. I think we're starting to see a window into how people live. Remember during the virus, when they had remote learning and some of the classes were being recorded, we saw all kind of crazy stuff. I wish I could unsee some of what I saw, but now we're starting to see what's really going on out here in the world, and it's crazy. It's really crazy. It's really scary. So this is food for thought. It's just food for thought. Somebody said animal husbandry. Well, hey, apparently I can't call it. I don't know what's going on. You know, I don't know nothing. Y'all know me. I don't know what 2 + 2 is. What's that? 18? I have no idea. But I do know that something don't add up right here. Okay, 2 + 2 is not equaling 4 right now. We're still a little bit short of a full equation. We're a few numbers short of a full equation to really add it up and get to the bottom of it and get to the complete and correct answer. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to ask. But I digress. I don't want to get too far down that rabbit hole because that's a whole big thing right there. There's a whole nother question for another day. Now, speaking about the trans and the LGBT, there's a senator from Nebraska who acted a complete fool, had a meltdown over wanting to support the LGBT community. Now, if you want to support them, I'm not upset at you for supporting LGBT adults. If you support LGBT kids, I got a problem with that. I have beef with you, as a cool kid say. But adults, I'm not really tripping. However, if you're doing stuff like this, I think it's not even about, at that point, it's not even about just trying to support the community. It's about you being a few trees short of a forest, a few crayons short of an entire 64 count box. Okay, you're a few cutlery pieces short of an entire silverware set. Let's check her out right quick, and RIP headphone users.
Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans
Wait a minute. Okay. Shout out to the Hodge twins posting that. Their caption says, some woke senator from Nebraska letting everybody know how crazy she is. Now, is she a state senator or is she like a U.S. senator? Hold on. I think Asa Hutchinson is one of them. No, not Asa Hutchinson. That's Connecticut or somewhere. So Deb Fisher, it's not her. I hope that's not Deb Fisher. Oh my goodness, that'd be bad. She's a Republican. So I think it might be just a state senator. Thank goodness. That's still bad though.
We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. You matter. You matter.
What's funny that she's like out of breath after doing that. She is dead out of breath. It was like, okay, you want to jog a little bit because your cardio is nowhere. You were screeching for about 40 seconds and that got you completely wore out. You about to go lay down right now and take a nap after that. Good grief.
And I am fighting for you. And I will not stop. I will not stop today. I will not stop tomorrow. You are loved. You matter. You belong here.
Okie dokie. Wow. What in the world? Again, I think she's a state senator, not a U.S. senator. Wow. Hey, what in the world? Hey, you know what? Check on your loved ones because some people have gone crazy. They gone crazy. Ain't no other way to say it. It's like, all right, you want to support the LGBT? Okay, that's cool, but you didn't went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You didn't went nuts. Wow, that was something else. But she was dead out of breath. It reminds me of the girl that screeched in San Fran over the Banco Brown guy. I'm gonna get to in a minute. Banco Brown girl, pardon me, it's an XX woman. But it reminds me of that. She's like, I'm going to scream for 2 full minutes because that's how I feel. She screamed for about 15 seconds. I'm like, okay, that did not last for 2 minutes. You were out of breath at the 15-second mark. I'm going to need you to do some push-ups, some cardio, some walking, jump rope or something to get your cardiovascular together. Anyway, I digress. People are crazy. And it's like, what's the point? How about this? Speak for yourself. Ain't no we. We don't need them. You might need them, but ain't no we. I don't speak French. That's not one of my languages. I speak English. I speak American. Okay, I speak Patriot. I don't speak French. I don't know what that word we means in that context. Now, that was funny though, God's Pirate. That was funny. I hadn't seen the actual full video yet, so that was a live reaction. I saw like the little thumbnail of it. I knew it was gonna be kind of crazy, but I didn't watch it completely. Like, I saw that right there, so I already knew it was going to be crazy, but I didn't see the whole thing. All right. So, yeah, shout out to the crazy lady right there. All right. But we got quite a few more things going on here. And speaking about the LGBT, have you guys seen the new Ford commercial? I did a video about this. It's going to come out tomorrow, but I'm going to talk about it right now, and then I'll keep on moving to the whole Banco Brown situation. Now, Ford has a brand new Ford Raptor version of the Ford Ranger. So, you know, F-150 is like the standard truck, right? Standard full-size truck. The Ranger is a smaller truck that Ford offers. And the Raptor was the F-150, but just with more options, more rugged, a different style. F-150 normally is like more of a work truck. You can make it look nice, of course, but the Raptor just had extra stuff on it. It looked like it had a wider wheelbase, but I'm not sure it did. It probably just had wider fender flares on it. So the Raptor is a more rugged version of the F-150, more options. The Ranger has their own Raptor version that they debuted, I guess, recently. And they have this commercial that goes with it. Now, check it out. You see this like little pre-screen right here. That's part of the commercial. You see that right there? That's the super woke LGBT flag. And I hate this flag because it has regular rainbow, which they stole from Christians, by the way. They stole that from Christians. That's a regular gay flag. Then it has the trans stuff in here, but then it has the black and the brown. I hate that the most. Look, if you want to be gay, so what, man, as an adult, but why you got to put black people in it? Well, like, what we got to do with it? Okay, if somebody's gay and they're black, they should be put up under the regular colors. Why you got to make it be like, okay, if you're black, that means you're gay. I'm not gay. If you're gay, so what? I'm not, though. Why you got to put me in it? I hate that so much. But I'm getting triggered, so let me go ahead and digress. There's probably music in the commercial, so I got to go ahead and mute it right quick. Or it's a little bit. So to describe it for those who are not watching, you got trucks on this dusty trail. And the truck is covered in dust, so you can't see what's underneath it. And you got two trucks there coming from different parts of this area, a bunch of dust and whatnot on the trail. This appears to be two different places because the dust on one side looks different than the other side. On one side, it looks like more saturated than the other side looks more. Yeah, I'm seeing some computer tricks going on here a little bit. All right, so now the trucks go to one place. They get ready to race each other. Now, music is right here, so I got to turn that off. So now they get ready to race and they take off. Oh, here's the music. Here's a little bit of the music so you can hear it. All right, so you already kind of know what's going on. And they're kind of like doing like a little slow speed race. Some water hits it, and then the Raptor version of the Ford Ranger emerges. This is a nice color. I like the red with the black, like the big European style license plate in the front. It looks nice. I like that color. I'm not a fan of the Ranger itself and the way it looks. I'm more of a Toyota guy anyway. I'm not gonna be a Ford guy. If you like Ford, shout out to you. First on race day, found on road dead, whatever it is all good to me. No hate. All right. So that's one truck. It looks nice. But then another one goes through some kind of a pond or something like that, and it comes out, literally, it comes out of the pond gay. All right. Look at this. This is ugly. Like the wrap on it is ugly. The style of the truck is okay except for the front. I'm not a fan of how the windshield is. That's not really my cup of tea. And it's a small truck. I like full-size trucks. I'm more of a F-150 or above, or a Tundra, a Ram 2500, something like that. That's my cup of tea. I'm a pretty big guy. I don't like small trucks. But the color is like, look at this. You have gold sparkles. Matter of fact, I got a better picture. I'll show you in a minute. Gold sparkles as a base color, and then it has the wrap of the LGBT flag. The water made the truck gay. Yeah, the water turned the truck gay. Okay, so look at this. Ford, what is the message here? If you get a Ranger, that means you're gay rather than the F-150. Is that what it is? If you get a small truck or a mid-sized truck, you're gay. Is that the overall message? I don't understand. I don't really get it. So yeah, that's that right there. I'd rather we get a Honda. What's that? What's the Honda truck they have? I'd rather we get something like that than this. And I don't like small or mid-sized trucks. Give me a full-size truck. Give me a big truck that's like barely big enough. It's barely gonna fit on the regular road. I'm talking about from my wheelbase is the entire. Give me like some Arnold Schwarzenegger custom Hummer type wheelbase, 80-inch wheel, like from the center line to the to the curb. Thank you, Ridgeline. That's right. I'd rather we get a Ridgeline than something like this. Absolutely, any day of the week. Chasing tailgates is hilarious. The Cybertruck, I would never. I like Elon. I like what he does, but I would never get an electric vehicle. Not anytime soon. Not fully electric. Maybe a hybrid, but I need that gas power. I don't want a battery. It's going to crank that's going to croak on me and cost 30 bands to replace. It makes no sense to me. I don't understand. But yeah, that's the rap right there. And they may have it. Oh, and then at the top it says redefining tough. And as that plays, so watch the very top. There's a little slogan right here. It says redefining tough. And tough is transparent letters, and then the gay flag goes through it. See, that's a black and a brown, then the trans, and then the regular rainbow gay flag. Okay, you see what's going on? So that's the Ford Ranger Raptor. Normally they have the F-150 Raptor. That's the Ranger Raptor. So what's the message? If you got a small truck, you're gay? I don't understand. It's so weird. It's so weird. Yeah, it looks useless to me too. I'm not a fan. I'm not really a fan. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the actual the Raptor LGBT. Yeah, here it is. There it is. Look at this. Are you going to drive that? And of course, this is not going to be what the truck is. They're not going to have that in the Ford dealership. But why would you market it this way? I don't understand what the purpose is. Just on a truck for this. Like if I was in the market for a Ranger, I would not get this. If I was in the market for a truck that size, I wouldn't get this. I'd get something else. Like I'd rather get a Honda Ridgeline or even a Taco. A Taco for me is too small, actually. A Toyota Tacoma, they're too small. I test drove one back in 2020. So I'm not sure if the new redesign is going to be bigger, but the interior is too small. I'm scrunched up underneath it. I'm trying to like look at the windshield. Like when I go to a red light, I'm going like this to see it because the windshield is too low. I was very cramped in the Tacoma. The Tundra it fits perfect for me, but the Taco's too small. But if I was going to get a smaller truck, it wouldn't be this just because of the marketing. That turns me off. You know, it's an easy way to make a decision. If it's a toss-up between the Ford, GMC, whatever, I will X them out because of that already. Hold on. You guys are funny. I'm reading some of the comments. I almost read one that might have been a little bit too spicy for me. It might have been too spicy. Hold on. Jennifer gave me a super chat and says, hold on, saw a woman online with a hot tub in her tent. So a woman had a hot tub in her homeless tent. I have so many questions. Doesn't that require power, like a lot of power, like a 240 volt? Can you jerry rig a hot tub up to 120 volt extension cord? I think you need a 240 volt, like a dryer or washing. Like you need a lot of power for that, don't you? You had that in the tent. That's crazy. I think the hot tub will be bigger than the tent. Wait a minute, I gotta find that. I gotta find that right quick. And if you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up, like the video, share the video, do all of that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. Oh, wow. Matter of fact, there's quite a bit of that type of stuff. There's one thing here that says, homeless man builds bachelor pad under a bridge. The man got on the robe. Hold on. My man, look at this. Now, I can guarantee you he stole that robe from a hotel. I guarantee. You're not going to be homeless with a spotless robe like that. Either he stole it or somebody gave it to him from a hotel. So my man got a whole bachelor pad up under a bridge.
All right, well, let me just give you a little tour. This is my jacuzzi. We're going to start with jacuzzi. It holds 10 gallons of water. All it is a refrigerator on its bottom. Being innovative. Here's my toilet.
I don't want to see that, though. That toilet is looking rough. That toilet look rough right there, sir. Ain't no plumbing up underneath your bridge, so I know that's going to be off the chain. The smell got to be something else right there. But we have a lot of women, as you know. You guys stop. They like shoes, like we have tags on our car. My man got a shoe rack from a closet with all kind of shoes in it under a bridge now.
Have a nice selection of shoes for men and women. Gotta have that. And this is my brother Dave. Hi, Dave. All right, Dave, you come over.
Got family in there hanging out.
Get with me. We just sit here drinking us a beer. This is my
got a couch and a love seat, like a regular living room, a mirror. Yo.
Obviously, you gotta have somewhere to drink that. You know what I'm saying? Come on down, Ted.
Is that a bar?
You have now entered my man cave.
Man got a bed, candles, fruit, a lamp.
Come on, Jackson, come on now. This is my guest room. I have guests over here, Jack. They gotta have somewhere to lay their head too. Now I had to give them a toilet too and a jacuzzi because they were.
Oh, this is crazy. What in the? Oh my goodness, what in the world is going on? I'm kind of speechless. All right, sir. I'm not trying to see your toilet. I know the toilet going to be off the chain because ain't no ain't no plumbing. So what are we even doing? You know what? Hold on. Nah, let's not see that. Oh, you got snacks. Look at this. You got all kind of food.
They like to eat, snack something off the stand. This is my smokehouse. I call this my smokehouse. You gotta have somewhere to smoke for the smokehouse. It's for rent as well.
For rent, huh? Excuse me, sir? For rent? What?
$10 a night. 20.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait.
It's for rent as well. $10 a night. $25 a week.
So he's renting. All right, wait a minute. He's renting that little tent right there for $10 a night, $25 a week. All right. I gotta move forward. I have to move forward because wow, this is a crazy world. It's a crazy world. I'm just here. I'm just here with y'all. I'm having a good time. I don't got too much more. So shout out to that man. I don't know where that was. I mean, it's got to be LA or somewhere because ain't no way you can just have all that stuff up under a bridge where I live at. Ain't no way. You put one iota of personal belongings, they're going to get you out of there immediately. Somebody said Fred Sanford, hilarious. Hilarious. Oh, man. Oh, where's the IRS? Yeah, exactly. Sir, running an illegal hotel. You want to pay taxes and provide all kind of, yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, that's crazy. That's totally crazy. Does he podcast? You know what? Is that Crenshaw J Flow under the Queens Bridge, under the Queensboro Bridge? Is that what that is? R.I.P. Norm. Queensboro, is that New York, or is that? It can't be New York. That's got to be somewhere else. Hold on, where is that? New York for real? No way. No way. That man had more space under that bridge than you people got in your apartments. There's no way that was New York. I don't believe it. No. Hold on. Let me see where that was. And then we keep on moving here. If you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. So let me see where this is. Was it New York for real? Wow. That's Queens. That's crazy. That's crazy. So you said, yeah, Queens. Well, I guess it's a little bit better in Queens. It's not as compact as Manhattan, but still, that's nuts. That is totally nuts. All right, but you keep on moving here. Man, I'm telling you. See, look, I see stuff like that all the time. Meaning, I see a lot of videos that kind of just perplex me. I see that often. Fortunately and unfortunately, it is what it is. All right, but let's keep on moving here. We got a lot going on. What more do I need to get to here? So, speaking about homeless and whatnot, let's go to San Francisco, the Banco Brown shooting. Now, you guys know who Banco Brown is. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But this is a person who's a biological woman, XX woman, born female, who identified as a male. Okay. And one thing about these people that identify as male, all that kind of stuff, what goes on is they still look very female. I've said it before many times. When I was in LA doing Jubilee, one of the panelists was a trans man. Matter of fact, hold on, let me see if I can pull it up right quick. And this is only for reference. This is not the same person that I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But I'm gonna pull it up so you guys can see what I'm talking about, and then you'll understand kind of where I'm coming from.
Beer.
All right, so wait a minute. Let me see if I can just find a part where this person is talking. Okay.
It's a whole night.
Nah, that ain't it. Give me 1 second.
If you gay, that should be.
Okay, here we go. There we go.
That age, you start at the early ages.
So this person right here that's a woman. That's a biological woman. Okay.
So if you look at like psychosomatics of children, they start to voice and self-actualize in toddler stages. We're just saying opening it up.
So okay, now you see me right there across from this person. This person right here is probably all about 5'1", 5'2", small, fun size. Like I said, fun size. This is a biological woman, all right, with hormones and whatnot and dude clothes on. But when you see her, it's a woman, clearly. It was this whole thing was a mess. It was cold that day. I did not like LA at all. But her right there, biological woman, that is not what we're speaking about today. That's not Banco Brown. That's somebody else. But the same type thing going on, the same situation. Okay. Yeah, same thing. And you know what? The thing is, this person was probably a pretty girl because she was small, she was petite. She probably was pretty as a girl, but I don't know what happened in the childhood, but she went a different direction and, took hormones and whatnot, got the beard and all that good stuff. So it is what it is. But let me get back to it. So going to San Francisco, you got Banco Brown. This person was a trans, but still a woman. And the reason why I keep harping on that is when you're trying to fight a security guard or a police officer or whatever, you have to understand that you're not going to win that fight. You're not going to win that fight. It doesn't matter. Like you're not Ronda Rousey. You see what I'm saying? And even the Ronda Rousey MMA fighter is going to struggle against a man who is mildly trained. Now, if you're Ronda Rousey and you are a trained fighter, you've been fighting for a long time, you might be able to take a guy that's your size who can't fight. But a guy that's big and can fight even a little bit, you're not going to win. It's not going to happen. And a guy who's your size who can fight, you're going to get annihilated. You're going to get stomped into wine. So when the person tried to fight the guard while shoplifting, it was never going to end well. But the whole thing was very confusing. The way the whole fight went was confusing. I have the video right here. I won't show the actual shooting. I'm going to show what led up to it right quick. There won't be any sound, of course, because there was no sound on the actual video. But so here's what happened. You see the security guard right there in the Walgreens. And remember, this is an armed guard in the Walgreens in San Francisco. Now, I don't know why the guard was armed, because think about San Fran, there's no prosecution for anything below $1,000. So what are you going to do? Just, I don't understand the purpose. Maybe there's been episodes of violence there, people that are acting the fool when they come in there and threaten people with guns or knives or whatever. Maybe it's because of that, like a private security force that's not necessarily to prevent shoplifting. I don't really know what the purpose of this guard being armed in a place where the police don't even come if it's theft below $1,000. You see what I'm saying? But let's see here. All right. And give me 1 second. So you see they have the little confrontation because the person in the white shirt the Banco Brown person who got shot a little later, was trying to steal a bag full of merchandise. See the bag right there? That's all stolen merchandise. So now the guard is striking the woman. Now remember, this is a woman and this is a man. So I'm thinking, okay, if you're a guard, you should be able to go ahead and just get control. You got strikes already going, get control. And from there, I'm not sure what you're going to do. You're going to cuff her. You're not a police officer, so I don't know what's going on. All you really could do is just hold her down until the police get there. But it doesn't quite go that way. All right, so it should be easy. You're dealing with a small woman. Go ahead and get her on the ground. But he's not doing that. He's like trying to choke her. It's just kind of weird. Just get on the ground. That's all you got to do. You already had it at first. Get on the ground and you'll be good. All this action right here with the choke in the air. Now, I know I'm playing Monday morning quarterback. I understand that, but I'm just saying. I'm giving my opinion about the whole situation. Okay, there we go. Get on the ground. Thank you. That choke ain't doing nothing. Now, this could have easily been, at this moment, Daniel Neely. You see what I mean? With the whole choke thing. It could have easily been that. It wound up being very similar to Daniel Neely, but not quite the same. And I'll explain why in a minute. So you got the person on the ground. So just maintain that position. You're not going to get up. You heavier than the person, bigger than the person. Just stay right there on the ground. Try to get the police call. And then when the police get there, they cuff them up and you're done. If you're going to do all that. So he's got her on the ground and he gets up for some reason. Now, I don't know why. It's like, why are you getting up? Now, I think what happened later is that the guard said that the person, Banco Brown, had a knife and was threatening to stab him throughout this entire process. And that's why he might have gotten up, because it might have been a knife right there. I guess, but again, if it's a knife, you got control on the rear, take the knife away. But again, Monday morning quarterback right here. So the person goes right back to the stolen bag, the merchandise, and is trying to leave. The same thing that was just happening. Now, right here, you see this hand extended? The guard said that Banco had a knife and was trying to stab him. So then here comes a little flinch like this, okay, with a knife allegedly. And here comes the gun that's produced. And then the gun comes out, he shoots her, she dies. Shot her one time, she dead. Now, I'm not going to show the actual shooting. It's blurred out. There she is on the ground. And here comes everybody looking outside. Now, here's my thing. When I first saw it, I was like, it looked like a bad shoot, because I'm like, you had her on the ground. Why'd you let her get up and go outside and then shoot her? I don't really understand. It's weird. But then I was told about the knife, and the knife was present throughout the entire fight. And at the very end, where Banco Brown does the flinch, the knife was right there, and there was a threat to stab the guard with the knife. So the moral of the story is, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. That's most likely what happened. In San Francisco, the DA is like, hey, we're not going to press any charges against the guard. Now, the key element, there's two key elements here as to why this was no charges. In the case of New York, had charges. See, New York with Daniel Penny, Jordan Neely, the New York case obviously is New York. They're different. They tried to charge a black male for killing another black male in a guard thief situation, similar to what happened here. Okay, similar to what happened here. So this was a parking garage attendant or a parking garage guard. And then the guy was in there scoping out cars, possibly to steal or to break inside and take things from him. So the guard and the potential thief get into it. And then the thief produces a gun. The guard takes the gun and shoots the thief with it. they both get charged with attempt murder. The thief does not die. He just gets shot. They both get charged with attempted murder. It was only after a public outcry that both charges get dropped. But these guys are both black. So if you're going to talk about the racial element in New York and all that, I mean, black on black sometimes happens the same way because of the gun laws in New York City and because of certain laws that you can't do certain things in certain places. It was only after the video of the news report kind of went viral and it was a lot of controversy, public outcry, they dropped the charges. Now, over in San Francisco, there was protests in favor of the person that got shot because you're talking about somebody that's transgender. So the LGBTs came out, the blacks came out, they all came out, but still the DA said, we're not going to press charges against the guard because it was self-defense. Banko Brown produced a knife. The guard shot because he didn't want to get stabbed. Simple as that. Now, had it been a white guard and a black person on the ground, it might be a little bit different. But here's one key. This was not just two black people. This was a transgender person and a black person. That's different because now you're dealing with the LGBTs. They get a special class treatment above black or anybody else. Okay, we're talking about class hierarchy as far as those who get preferential treatment, white at the bottom. Then you get maybe like an Asian right above them. Then you get Hispanic and then black, or sometimes they're kind of interchangeable. You're talking about Southern Border, Hispanic. You're talking about police shootings, black. It just depends as far as the hierarchy of special treatment, white, Asian, Hispanic, black. That's kind of how it goes. And depending upon the situation, it could change. But you know what? You know who's above that? I could say another group, but I won't say that. But who's above that? LGBT. That's above all. You know, just like OJ said, I'm not black, I'm OJ. How about I'm not black, I'm LGBT? That's a new thing. But that wasn't enough to protect this person. But I was surprised at California doing this because normally they want to fricassee that security guard, but it didn't happen. It did not happen. Well, Granny Go Get It says, why do they shoot to kill? You don't shoot to kill, you shoot to end the threat. So if you get shot anywhere, you can die. And the person got shot one time in the chest. If you got shot in the leg and you don't stop the bleed, like if you bleed out, you hit an artery, you bleed out, you could die right there from a shot in the leg. There's no such thing as being shot to kill. If you get shot, you could die. So, you know, it is what it is. The thing to do would be to not bring a knife to a gunfight and maybe you don't die. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do that. If you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. And shout out to you guys in the chat for not spamming the chat with irrelevant information. I appreciate y'all for that. You know, I couldn't do the show without you. You know, somebody wanted to do something like that and they had to go ahead and get blocked ASAP. But you guys don't do that, so I really, really appreciate you for that. All right. But we have, do we have more that I wanted to get into? Do we have more videos? Oh, that Instagram prank, that was crazy. Did you guys see that guy? The video I did earlier about the Instagram prank where the guy's going around pouring gasoline on cars, talking about, oh, we're setting your car on fire, all this, that, and the third. It's like, look, sir, I mean, I don't know you. I don't know what's going on, but don't do something like that. Now, it's a little bit of cussing right here, so if you got kids, cover their ears. And RIP headphone users.
Come on, man. Burning your car down, bro. Fuck your car, man. Over. All of this. Yeah.
So you got a gas can pouring what he says is water onto the vehicle. But look, I'm in my car. You coming up to me pouring a red jerry can of liquid on my vehicle, talking about, oh, F your car is over. Man, look, Anybody got no time for no games. I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know if you're on drugs, if you want to do something crazy. You have to actually go. You have to go. I'm not gonna be able to really deal with you.
Uh-huh. Why you wanna do it? Come on, man. Come on.
It's not gas, it's water, but I don't know that. Like if I'm in my car, minding my bit. Look, I'm in the car in the parking lot, in the mall or Target, wherever this is, the Amazon. I'm in my vehicle, just chilling, minding my business. Here you come with a big red gas can, pouring liquid on my vehicle, talking about some, oh, F your car, man. Look, how about F your life? How about that? I got a surprise for that. I got a trick for that, as a cool kid say, or as a 45-year-old uncles say. So my man right here, this was the wrong person to approach with this. Look at this. You got this big Ford F-350 or something. this big rancher truck. The plates say L7 Ranch on it. You might have a Vietnam vet hat or some kind of war hat on. Man, look, that's the wrong guy. He might be, old guy, but that don't mean nothing because that trigger finger is brand new. That trigger finger is brand new and it's accurate. Yeah, definitely a veteran. I see the hat. I didn't even see that at first. Here comes this moron with the gas can. And look, it don't take much time. I think the guy might have even seen him with the gas can coming up. So that's why he's back in the vehicle getting something out. There you go. He got it right there. It's water. Smell it. It's water. That's what he's saying in the background if you can't hear.
Smell it. It's water. Smell it. It better be water, partner, or you're one dead son of a bitch. You stay out of this.
Actually, I think that might be a MAGA hat. I think it's a Keep America Great. But yeah, either way, I see a belt buckle, L7 Ranch, big Ford truck, old guy. Nah. Nah. Leave him alone. Look at that right there. He's ready for it.
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that. It's 2020. I don't want to do that. You almost died, you stupid son of a bitch.
Yeah. So a little bit of language right there, but that's that. These pranksters, I mean, I understand you want to do stuff, you want to get views on your TikTok and whatnot, but I mean, you're risking your life. I showed the video of the other guy who got shot and almost died in the mall in Virginia. I mean, that's what's going to happen. You keep messing around with the wrong people. They're not interested in your games. It's like, look, sir, I don't know what you want, but you need to go ahead and get off it because anybody got no time for that. You need to go over there. You need to go over there because I don't have time. Hold on. I'm gonna show someone that video of the guy
tonight. You'll hear
the guy who got shot in the mall in Virginia.
From the 21-year-old YouTuber shot at Dulles Town Center in Virginia.
Look at this.
Our Matthew Torres spoke exclusively with
It's like, sir, what are we even doing? Dulles Town Center throwing up a gang sign. Is that what you're doing? You're from DC suburbs. Your mama, your papa, and whatnot gave you a good life coming up, sir. Like, what are we even doing?
Cook a few hours ago from his hospital bed in the ICU. Cook is known for his YouTube prank videos, and evidently he picked the wrong target yesterday.
Yeah, 31-year-old Alan Coley is accused of shooting Cook after a fight. Well, despite that, Cook tells our Matthew Torres he has no plans to stop what he calls his passion.
It's like, look, this guy right here, he was just not with it. It's like, look, man, I'm in the mall minding my business. I have no haircut going on. I'm not even really tripping about nothing. You coming up to me, trying to start stuff. I got my gun on me. What's up, man? I'm ready to rock. Hey, FAFO, you already know what it is. You done found out. The more you F around, the more you're going to find out. And he found out. People are losing their life over this stuff. And I just did the video the other day about the guy that did the fake plane crash. Well, it was a real plane crash, but it wasn't one that was caused by some type of accident. He crashed a plane on purpose and then lied to the FAA. You lying to the federales about a plane crash? You talking about airspace and stuff like that? It's like, are you from another country? Are you getting influenced by China, Russia? You're dealing with airspace and lying to the feds about that. You're going to prison. You're going to prison, sir. and this guy in the hospital bed might have got sent to the upper room. He may have been sent to the upper room. Okay, lucky he ain't dead.
As he has no plans to stop what he calls his passion.
I'm fine.
Tonight, Tanner Cook giving WSA 9 an update from his hospital bed in the ICU, with his mother right by his side. This 21-year-old expected to make a full recovery after being critically shot in the stomach inside the Dulles Town Center food court Sunday.
Just keep God first.
Cook is a content creator for his YouTube page, Classified Goons, racking up more than 38,000 subscribers.
He's not with you? No, he's not with me. You can't be in here recording.
He says he was recording a video playing jokes with the man accused of pulling the trigger, 31-year-old Alan Coley. This witness capturing the moment deputies arrested Coley, who is now facing felony charges, including aggravated malicious wounding.
I was just playing a prank, a simple practical joke, and the guy didn't take it very well and shot me.
Officials say it appears the two did not know each other before the incident. The shooting.
Look, the moral of the story is you're going to a total stranger trying to play games, trying to play a prank. Ain't nobody got no time for that. If you want to do one of these videos where it's like a mall prank and you want to get a bunch of views, just stage it. Stage a mall prank. Don't get anybody else involved. Don't do what some of these, box turtle IQ guys do, is they do a prank where they stage it and the guys involved in the prank know it's staged, but people on the outside that are watching don't. Like, there was one prank, quote unquote, where the one guy was talking about, somebody got a gun in the Walmart. Now, the guy who said he got a gun and the guy who was with him knew that it was a prank, but people in Walmart that are right there in the line didn't know it was a prank. The man caused a whole riot. So you can do a skit where everybody that's right there knows what's going on, but don't do it to a total stranger. That's the easy way to lose your life. And I'm not trying to be on the RIP t-shirt or on the funeral program over a video. And then if your video gets like 100 views and you die over that, that's got to be the worst. You could at least die and go viral at the same time, but please don't. I'm not being serious at all about dying and going viral. Don't do stuff like this. Get permission. Don't involve innocent people. Don't do it in the place people are at and they don't know what's going on. Just do a regular skit with everybody involved, knowing what's happening. If you want to do something like this, okay, don't do it to a total stranger. That's the easy way to get put in a pine box, but I digress. If you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. Somebody asked, are they blocked? I think K My Way asked if you blocked. You're not blocked, K My Way. You're good money. I think that was somebody else spamming the chat. That wasn't you. So shout out to you. All right. But we have super chat on deck. Then I'm going to get to the calls. The number to call is 434-658-1220. Again, 434-658-1220. Let me get to the super chats right here. Thank you to Dutch Schaefer, who says, when the government fears the people, this is a quote, when the government fears the people, there is liberty. When the people fear the government, there is tyranny, unquote. One of my personal favorite quotes from Thomas Jefferson. God bless you, ABL. Thank you for that, man. Definitely appreciate you. Thank you to Nick Corio, who says, LOL, Bakhmut fell to the Russians today. I thought Zelensky said Bakhmut would never fall. Those billions of dollars we sent didn't seem to help. I hope people wake up and demand that we end this war. Yeah, I mean, Russia, look, the thing about Russia, that they're never going to stop because they got more population, more firepower, more control over natural resources in Russia that the rest of Europe needs. They can't lose. They can't lose. They've been there for forever. They can't lose. All this money is just going to graft. It's going to Volodymyr Zelensky buying new sweatpants and Rolls Royces and cocaine and everything else, real estate in Europe. He's buying homes in Luxembourg and Liechtenstein and not really worrying about Ukraine. The graft and the corruption and the grift is real. Thank you to my bedroom plants, who says, hello, Mr. Logan, and Patriots wanted to show some support, and I'll catch the whole show at work tonight. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Thank you, Rebel Without a Reason, who says, did you see Biden taking kids into the White House? I did not. He also says most homeless have Cash App now. I've seen that. That's crazy. Rather than a little bucket of change, hey, man, Hit my Cash App on my cell phone, on my brand new iPhone 14. iPhone 14, don't worry about it, man. You know, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Thank you to Purpill, who says, shout out to ABL for always reading the super chats. What about the $1 million public bathroom with the see-through doors and walls for the homeless guy living in the sewer with electricity and fresh running water? Wow. Really? He's in the sewer like a like Master Splinter, Ninja Turtles, for real, in 2000. Matter of fact, Casey Jones. If you're my age, I know I'm dating myself, but Casey Jones, that's how he's living right now. In the sewer, like a whole Ninja Turtle, 2023. What are we doing? That's crazy. But I've seen those $1 million rest stops. They have those like in Virginia. That's for like the government people. Yeah, because they don't want to be in the regular toilet with the normies, with the regulars. They don't want to smell the MAGA supporters. They don't want to smell them, so they want to have their own personal places to go. Number 2. That's what that is. Ain't nothing. Thank you to Jones FX 24426 who says, don't forget the Restrict Act ABL. Thank you to No White Guilt who says, I'm about to move into one of those tents. I hear the rent is amazing. Hey man, you can't beat it. $10 a night, $25 a week, $100 a month. Can't beat that. Central air from the breeze up under the bridge. Okay, you get good location right there in New York City. All right, you're right by the Hudson River, all that good stuff. It might be a little dangerous, but it's all good. Thank you to Slenderella Charming for the heart emoji, the hugging emoji. I appreciate you for that. Thank you to Slenderella Charming. Thank you to Purple who says they closed the beach ABL. Thank you to Rebel Without a Reason who says it's spelled him-pox. The H-I is silent. Hilarious. Thank you to Jen F. I read that one about the lady had a homeless, she was homeless with a hot tub in her tent. Thank you to Bigger B1 who says that homeless is the embodiment of the rich NPC in the Fallout games. Hilarious. Yes. Absolutely hilarious. Thank you to Purple who says tent B&B is nuts. Purple also says you got the CDC warning real quick on your vid. I'm sure I did. All right, yeah, they want to put all that nonsense right there. That's right, Larch 238, easy access to the highway. Yeah, it's right there. Six Licks says all the shoes you can wear. Yeah, a whole case. I got that in my closet. It's like for real. Now, I don't have those shoes. You know, I'm a real plain kind of guy. I don't have them big platform high heels or nothing like that. That ain't my cup of tea. You know what I mean? I'm more of a like a canvas shoe and boot kind of guy. I'm not into all the extra stuff. You know, I'm not out here space age pimping under a bridge. That's not really my thing. F Ranger Xbox says Bragg is charging Trump for his murder of CNN. Hilarious. And thank you to Purple again for becoming a member of the ABL squad. Alrighty, we got calls on deck, of course. The number to call is 434-658-1220. Again, 434-658-1220. Do not be afraid to call. There's also an email in the description for a Skype if you want to use that. You can hit me up and be right there in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Don't be weird. I will block you ASAP. All right. So the number to call again, 434-658-1220. All right, I'm reading some of the chats here. You need to get a pair of ABL ostrich roper boots. Ostrich roper boots. I have no idea what those are. All right. Let me get the sound together. Y'all give me a second, please. And RP headphone users, y'all know how it is. Oh, that didn't do it. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's try that. 951, you're on the line. Who am I speaking to? Oh, not 918, pardon me, 918.
No, it's 951. You're talking to Paul Cannon?
All right, what's going on?
I just wanted to talk to you about, well, first of all, you're my favorite YouTuber.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate that.
I watch your shows every day and every Wednesday and Saturday. I wanted to talk to you about, oh man, I'm so nervous right now.
It's all good, man. Just you and me.
Yeah. Wanted to talk to you about, the whole thing with the with the the girl that was what's her name? The black girl with the security guard.
Oh, you talking about Banco Brown in San Fran?
Yeah, Banco Brown. Yeah. That's the one. You know, why do they say that it is a female, or why do they say that it was a male in the article, but it's actually a female?
Because the person identifies as a male.
Right. And does that give the security guard? I mean, he didn't know what she identified as.
It's weird because, you know, normally if a man was to hit a woman like that, it'd be considered somehow brutal, even if it was like in the commission of a crime or something like that.
I agree.
But since since now it's like you're giving up the natural protection you have by trying to identify as a man. Because okay, you want to be a man? How about equal rights and lefts?
Yeah. No. It's supposed to be equal rights, right?
Yeah.
So if you identify as a man and you get beaten down by a man, then what's the problem?
That's a good question. I can't call it.
I can't either. You know, we're all trying to be equal here. You know, we live in a world where everybody's trying to be equal. Everybody's trying, you know, but we all have our own attributes. Right. You know, everybody got their own benefits. You know, I'm calling from California, and I see this stuff all the time. I live in a small town, but you know, and it's mostly you know, kind of Republican, and you know. The other day, I went to the liquor store and bought some beer, and I was talking to the guy in front of me. I said, "Hey, is that Bud Light?" And he said, "No, I don't drink that tranny beer." You know, that's the kind of place I'm in. You know, but I don't want to waste much of your time. I thank you for answering my call. Thank you very much, ABL. Everybody, like, subscribe. Peace.
There you go. Thank you for the call. Appreciate you, boss. I like that with the pause at the end. That was good. Shout out to you, man. That's a true fan right there. Shout out to him. All right, the number to call 434-658-1220. 405 online. Who am I speaking to?
Mike Martin. Been about 3 years since I called in to you. You got some crazy topics going on there as far as this TikTok. We all know that ain't going to get banned.
You don't think
They're
so?
Going to fight it. It's going to go through court. No, I don't believe so at all. They're going to try to, but money's going to prevail. And as far as the shooting, these things are just going to keep on going. That's all there are to it. Wyoming, I mean, that's really about all I got to say about this. Stupid monkeypox. It's the same thing as all the other viruses that are going to come out. SARS, all that other riffraff. They're going to try to play it up, and it's going to end up fading out.
Absolutely.
These are just my thoughts on it. You know what I mean?
Nah, I think you're right.
Anyways, it's been about 3 years since I called in to you, so I figured it's about time for me to give you a holler. This is Mike Martin from Oklahoma. I'll let you get back to your show.
Thank you for the call, man. Appreciate you.
Later.
All right. Shout out to the caller. Great call. Thank y'all for being here. You guys are the best audience anywhere on these internets. You know, I couldn't do it without you. Y'all know how it goes. All righty. Yeah, you know, I like the good calls. You know, you get your thoughts together. You can just boom, get the facts straight to me. I appreciate that. All righty, let's do some more. 918 in the line. Who am I speaking to? 918. Hello.
Hey, what's up, ABL? JB Scott Switch, Oklahoma. How you doing, buddy?
It's all good, man. What's happening?
Hey, not a lot, man. And I'm just now tuning in, so I missed most of your show, but I'll watch it later. Let's see. I got one topic. I know you probably saw the Ford commercial with the new Raptor.
Yes.
all wrapped up in rainbow colors. But did you see the one from a Dove soap company?
I saw that one too. Yeah, the Dove soap about the gaming commercial.
Yeah, yeah. About how there's not enough girls in games that are. I mean, what is a soap company weighing in on gaming for?
It was. I have no idea. It was so weird. It didn't make any sense. It was just. I don't even understand what the purpose of all this is. Like, who is your target audience? Because gamers are not really interested in that for the most part. So I don't know who we're even talking to.
I don't either. I mean, I've been gaming my whole life, and I know plenty of girl gamers, and I've never heard one of them raise a concern about that issue.
Right, exactly.
You know, you play a game to be someone else, you know, to live out like a different kind of world.
Right. Like if I'm watching the movie, and you know, I don't want to see the movie stars look like Walmart customers. I want to see, you know, the most beautiful people, or, you know, physically fit, because it's a movie, it's fantasy, it's not real. I'm not looking at just a documentary. I can go outside and just film people and watch that. That's not exciting. I want to see a whole production and special effects and the whole 9 yards.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so that was just so bizarre to me. I mean, what is a soap company doing, you know, critiquing video games? I don't get it.
Yeah, it's weird.
That was really rude. Well, anyway, I'll keep it short. I don't really have much else to say. Happy Memorial Day to everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you for the call, man. Appreciate you.
All right, later, dude.
All right, shout out to my man for the call. Most certainly appreciate him. 860, you're the line. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, Bill, it's your old buddy F&A Ranger Xbox. How you doing, brother?
It's all good, man. What's happening?
Well, I don't know if anybody's heard it. Well, first of all, I'd like to give my condolences out to the young lady's family in Chicago that lost that beautiful angel. Oh, my God, she was so gorgeous. She could have been a model, ABL.
Yeah.
And to be a student, oh, my God. I did see that performance, and that happened the night that I called in the last time, a couple weeks ago. That broke my heart. Way to go, Chicago. Keeping it real.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So, God bless her. May she rest in peace. But, John Kerry, you know what the clown's up to now?
Now, what's he doing now?
Well, the Netherlands is taking over 3,000 farms away from farmers whose families have owned their farmland for generations after generations. And they're stealing them under the guise of nitrogen. Well, I grew up in Indiana after my dad retired out of the Navy, and we went from Hawaii to Indiana. Indiana's pretty big on farming. And back in the 70s, they tailored commercials like crop rotations and stuff like that. Basically, a lot of the kids, teenagers, did the farming with the families because it was a family operation.
Right.
And that's why farming families had more kids, because it's free labor. Anyhow, you had commercials on TV that show wheat plants, winter wheat, gasping for air, little cartoon drawings. And then you have the soybean plant, kind of like Pigpen, coming out fat and happy. Well, soybeans put nitrogen back in the soil. John Kerry's, since everyone's so easily convinced that CO2, 2 oxygen molecules with 1 carbon molecule, and we're carbon-based life forms, CO2 is deadly. Oh my God, it's going to kill us all. So now, since that was successful, they've moved on to nitrogen. Well, 77% of the Earth's atmosphere is nitrogen. Plants have to have nitrogen in order to survive. So that commercial with the wheat plant gasping for air was because it couldn't get enough nitrogen from the soil. Soybeans put nitrogen back in the soil, and that's what they were tailoring the commercial for the teenagers in Indiana because they do a lot of the farm work and they have a say in the family farm and they listen to them. And so that's the latest agenda, to steal our farmlands and starve us. They couldn't kill you all with the shots, so now they're going to starve you to death. What do you think about that, ABL?
Well, that's definitely a way they could go about it for sure.
Well, he's already started because they've already been, the farmers in the Netherlands have been dumping piles of earth on the highways, manure at government buildings, saying you can have my farm one pile of dirt at a time. I mean, thousands of tractors protesting. And they're one of the top 4 or 5 producers of food in the world.
Right.
So, anyhow, I'll let you go with that, brother. Great show. Hope you're. Oh, wow. Remember, AOC, improving stupidity, one comment at a time. Y'all have a see my memes on Wimkim. Y'all take care. Bye.
All right now. All right, great call. Shout out to my man for the calling in. Thank you guys for being here. You guys are the best audience anywhere on these internets. The number to call 434-658-1220. 541, your line was speaking to.
Jeffrey, how you doing, ABL?
Oh, well, man. How about
I just
yourself?
got I live here in Southern Oregon, and something weird happened because we're an open carry state, right? So my friend, we ride motorcycles. We're not like gang guys or nothing, but he went up to Portland, and he got pulled over because he had open carry, and they changed it up there where you can carry your open carry, but you can't have any bullets in it.
What? No
yeah,
way.
I never heard of this. And I got a concealed weapons permit. I've had it for 20 years. Every 4 years, I have to re-up it, right? And it's just crazy when he told me that. The cop said I could take your gun, I could do all this, but he gave him a break, right? But he goes, you can't be up in Portland with open carry loaded pistol. I don't know when that changed. I never heard of that.
It makes no sense. It defeats the purpose of open carry.
Yeah, because we're an open carry state for sure, definitely. And so I guess you got to check the laws. I don't know. It's kind of like when they passed in New York, you could have concealed weapons, and then Holcomb put up there you can't, right?
So, okay, I got a question.
So anyway,
here's a question though.
Yeah.
You may or may not know it. So, can you just not have one in the head? Can you have the magazine? So, can you have the magazine loaded, but not one in the chamber, or no magazine?
No magazine at all.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, you got to be able. Yeah, you got to be able to get it somehow, kind of, and then put it in. I don't know. It is really crazy. This was only like a month and a half ago. He was just up there getting something, and him and his friend were riding. He got pulled over because the cop saw him with the open carry, right, which is normal.
Yeah.
Here in Oregon, but not in Portland anymore. Now, where I live in Southern Oregon, which is it's still kind of normal here, right? It's okay, but the whole thing is if you shoot somebody and you're in fear for your life, it's all up to the DA, really.
Yeah.
If he wants to charge you and make you example, and I believe that they're going that way here too.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Even though it's self-defense and you're scared for your life, right?
Right.
So, like I say, I carry mine. You don't know I have it, right? Because I got a concealed weapons permit. And like I said, I re-upped it in June, and that was every 4 years you have to do it. It was my 20th year. So if I go to Portland, even though you can't see it, and I get pulled over for some stupid reason, which I don't go to Portland anymore. I just stay away from there. But they could take my gun.
Wow.
Even though I have a concealed weapons permit. So I don't know. I'm going to go on and check these laws because I guess they're changing, right? And they're not telling nobody.
I guess so.
Yeah. Anyway, I missed most of your show. And then did you hear about the Wienermobile?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they want to change it. They think it's racist.
The Wienermobile?
The Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
So the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile is racist now.
Yeah, and it's been forever. I mean, I've seen it since I was a kid. I'm 50, or I'm 65 now, right? So I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I just saw a little clip on it, and well, as you know, they're going after everything. Doesn't matter. Okay, that's about all I got to say. Thank you for taking my call. Very interesting show. Very good. I'll go back and watch the beginning because I liked the beginning too, but I forgot. But I'm here now, and thank you for taking my call. And you have a good night, and thank you for keeping the good fight.
Thank you for the call, man. Appreciate you.
Okay, you have a good night.
So I looked it up. The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, they changed the name to the Frankmobile. Is there a reason? So they said they changed it in honor of his new recipe of all beef franks. Okay. So the all beef Frankmobile, I don't know. This world is something different. Somebody says that they don't believe the reason that they changed the name because of the all beef franks. I think it's a different reason. Man, I don't know, man. This is so much going on, but I digress. Let's keep on rocking. Who am I speaking to? 817, you're on the line.
This is Jennifer. How are you?
Well, about yourself?
I was Anthony Bride Logan. You have to forgive me. I'm a little hopped up on cough medicine right now. I've got a upper respiratory infection. Nobody's got time for that. But
hey, there you go. I'm with you.
I was just laughing. I just thought maybe I'd share my joke. My dad, his favorite beer was Bud Light for a long time, like his after mowing the lawn beer, and gave it up. And he's like, on to Miller Lite. He doesn't know what to do. And then last month he bought a brand new Ford truck.
Man, he's all the way messed up.
Yeah, he's all the way. So we just keep giving him a rousing trouble. Anyway, I don't know. Just want to say thanks for all you do, and I love your show. So keep rocking.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, Dad can't catch a break, can he? You know, you're drinking Bud Light, can't drink that. Miller Lite, can't drink that. You got a Ford truck, can't drive that. It's like, what can you do? Shout out to Pops. Calling online, 817, who am I speaking to? 817.
Oh, my name's Lisa. I thought that you had answered before, but I guess now I'm just answering. But there was this swimsuit model. I know you like talked about him a little bit before, but like where he had like the burger meat on his chest, and like how he was.
You say he had what now on his chest?
Yeah, he had burger meat on his chest, and like he was trying to model for the women. I'm like, we already have like some sort of way about our bodies, so why would we want to buy that when you got burger meat on your chest and you got an extra package? So does the swimsuit come with that or what?
I hope not. I hope not.
Yeah. Yeah, that was all I wanted to say. Yeah. Calm down. Okay, yeah, that was all I wanted to say. I'm enjoying your show.
All right. Thank you for the call. I appreciate you.
Right.
The burger meat. Oh man. That's crazy. All right. The number to call, you know the drill, 434-658-1220. Again, 434-658-1220. 520, you're on the line. Who am I speaking to?
Yes, hi. My name is Marina. How are you, ABL?
Well, about yourself?
Doing just great. I wanted to, first of all, tell you how much I absolutely love your show. I have been watching you for a little over 2 years now.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you.
Very, very wonderful comments I've seen. I wanted to ask you one quick question. I am one of those analytical people. I was watching the situation going on in the Walgreens, and I couldn't see the knife in Becca Brown's hand. And I was wondering, two reports. One said she did have a knife, or she did have a knife. The other one said she or he did not. Do you have some kind of concrete proof or somewhere where they literally have proof that this person did have the knife in their hand and God was threatened?
Well, I don't have a picture of the knife. All I have is what the DA said in San Francisco. The DA.
Oh, the DA.
Yeah, the DA.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's all I have. So I think there was a press conference, and I think there might have been an article that I read where the DA said that. But that's all I have.
Okay. So do you think this will be released at some point to prove, because at this point, the guard is not being charged, but if someone was not lounging at this guard, surely there is a way to convict, to make someone responsible for killing, right?
Yeah, I think that they may release information like that, but you know, in a place like California, especially San Francisco, they will most certainly want to charge the guard if there was on a knife present. So I think the fact that they didn't, and then also let's not forget this person was part of the LGBT community, so that's a very protected class. So if the knife, if the knife wasn't there, I don't think that the guard would have got off in California.
I get you. You make a lot of sense here too. Okay, well, I didn't want to keep you any longer. Now, you have a lot of calls, and I just want to tell you, you have a fantastic show. Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you for your call. I appreciate you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, shout out to the caller. Great call. But yeah, California, I was surprised that they didn't charge them because it's California. I'm not saying they should have. I'm just saying I'm surprised they didn't because California going to California. 503 on the line. Who am I speaking to?
Oh, thank you for taking my call, Anthony. I'm from Portland, Oregon, and I had to call up in response to the previous caller that was speaking of open carry.
Yeah.
So in Multnomah County, which is the county that Portland resides in,
yeah,
you cannot have a loaded firearm when you open carry. However, if you have a current concealed carry license, you may have a magazine in your firearm as well as one in the chamber.
Okay, it's kind of confusing.
And that's a simple. You could simple Google search of Multnomah County concealed carry rules will verify that.
So just to be clear, when can you not have your loaded weapon on you?
If you do not have a concealed license or a concealed permit in Multnomah County, you cannot. They will not let you carry loaded firearm.
Gotcha. Okay. I see.
It is stricter. It's clearly this county is very, very liberal. I think it's about 75% of the voters typically vote to the left, but that is the case. And I know I just myself got a concealed permit, and I reside in Multnomah County.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I carry that with me everywhere, loaded with one in the chamber,
okay,
including the church and the grocery store.
There we go. Because I was kind of concerned. Like, wait a minute, what's the point? Like, why would you be able to carry, but you can't keep one in the chamber? Defeats the purpose.
And I will say just one more thing. I have a quick anecdote that happened to me about last weekend. I was up on 122nd and Gleason. There's a Goodwill, a Bi-Mart, and a Winco there. People will know what that means in this region. I was pulling into the parking lot. There's like an entry into the parking lot, like a driveway, but it also goes across a public sidewalk, as most people would probably be familiar with when you go off a road into a parking lot of a store. And there were two individuals standing there in the sidewalk. They're waiting. They were not moving. I kind of pulled right up to them and was waiting. Finally, they begrudgingly looked like they were moving on their way. I had my windows down. It was a hot day. I go, "Damn, bro." And the gentleman, it was a female and gentleman. The gentleman turned immediately towards me, might have said something or gave me like an evil eye. But, I'm on my way. They're out of my way. So I'm pulling them back. I'm backing into a parking spot that's open. And all of a sudden, that gentleman, that female, and a third gentleman that I had not seen previously all came and surrounded my car.
Oh.
They were probably in their 20s, and they were like, get out, man. What's up? You want to fight? Let's go. What you saying to us? And I'm thinking, wow, just over a simple word. But, I guess that's nothing new. And I waited in my vehicle for them to leave. I did put my hand in my bag and took the safety off my concealed carry. I did not pull it out. But one of them did see that. They began videotaping me on their cell phones, and then quickly left. And one of them turned around, and as he was leaving, he kind of made the hand motion of shooting a gun at my direction. And I'm just saying, Portland's bad these days. It's hard. I would imagine most people with these young kids just don't give a F. I would be, praying for most civilians out there to be carried or somehow be able to defend themselves. But anyway, that's all I had to share today. Thank you.
Thank you for the call, man. Appreciate you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, these streets, you got to be careful out here in these streets. Most certainly do that. All righty, let's keep on rocking here. Let's go to anonymous caller. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, ABL, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Hey, man, I saw you have like a video about the migrants stuck in Panama.
Yeah, it was a video of the Chinese migrants in Panama.
Chinese migrants, yeah, but so you understand right now. You understand the immigration policy when it comes to when it comes to seeking asylum, right? So you clear about that, or you are still?
I mean, look, we've already had the discussion. We can talk about something else.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm following up with that.
Look. Okay, keep on going.
So do you know that all those people have been deported? Those who have been coming for the last 4 months.
I mean, you have evidence of that?
Yeah, they've been deported. You could look at the National Policy Center. You look at the data there, the numbers. The Biden administration so far has deported more people than the Trump administration and then the Obama administration combined. I mean, in the per month basis.
Okay, but come on, that's not you're not giving the full story. You're telling half of the story. He may have deported more, but he also, he may have deported more, but there are also more gotaways and more border crossings. Let's not play games. There's more illegal aliens coming across now than it has been in the past 45 years. So let's be clear.
No, not more 45 years.
That's what they said. That's what they said. I saw it on CNN. They said that. So what are we even talking about?
During the Reagan years, 2 million people came and they gave in either they came illegally.
Excuse me. Was the Reagan years 45 years ago? Because I was alive during Reagan. I'm not 45 years old.
It was 40 something, 42, 43.
But it was not 45. Okay.
Yeah. So, but most of them, they will be deported. That's going to happen.
The point is that we have more people coming across now than we have had in the past 45 years. That's the fact. You can keep on going though.
Well, because what happened in Venezuela and Honduras, in Venezuela, in Nicaragua, and in Cuba.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Just like when the Haitians came over here, when the Haitians came from South America, where they had been since the earthquake of 2005, they came across when Biden came in office because it was perfect time because he was off on the border. They had been in South America for a long time, many, many years. They waited until he came because the border was going to be wide open. It's simple. People know that Biden. People know. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. It is open. We know it's open. Everybody knows it's open. Why are you going to play games like that? Everybody know the border is open.
If you have a rule that says if you being politically harassed or your life is in danger for religious beliefs,
the border is wide open. Let's stop playing games.
That's not open.
The border is open. Everybody knows the border is open. Let's stop playing games. People coming across in the water, people coming across illegally, getting smuggled. The border is open. Why play games like that? Why lie like that?
So it is open. So that means I could come from Mexico and then just cross the border. Nobody will stop me.
I mean, you might get stopped. That don't mean the border's not open.
So it's not open then.
The border's open. Like let's not sir, excuse me, sir. Everybody knows. Excuse me, sir. You're not. When I talk, nobody can hear you. Everybody knows the border is open. Let's not beat that. Excuse me, sir. Let's not beat that dead horse into the ground. We all know what the reality is out there on the border. We know it's a crisis. The left and the right know it's a crisis because it's open. Now, just because you might have some people that get stopped does not mean it's not open. Okay, it's simple. It's not difficult to understand. Everybody knows it's open. That's why they're coming across so much. If it was not open, then it wouldn't be coming so much.
Hello?
Nah, were you listening?
there?
Were you listening?
So
excuse me, sir. Were you listening?
Stop. What do you request?
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Were you listening?
I'm listening.
The question was, were you listening while I was talking, and were you trying to talk at the same time? Because like I told you, when you talk, can't nobody hear you. So were you listening to what I was telling you?
You say that it's open, that everybody cross, you get stopped, but the people keep going.
Yes, correct. So what's your response?
So what is that? Because we have rules. We got the asylum laws that is passed by Congress since 1933 and reacted in 1986. If you don't like these laws, why you don't write letters to change it? Why you don't tell your audience to write letters to change it?
We have laws in the books that we're not enforcing because the border is open. I'm not going to keep beating that point down.
Oh my God, you keep going back to the same thing.
We have
laws in the book.
We have
that
laws
you
in the
seek
books.
asylum.
We have laws in the books that do not allow for this just unfettered access to our country,
Because
which is what's happening right now.
the asylum law.
The asylum is
the
BS.
Asylum law
You know it's
says,
BS.
Do you know what
and asylum is BS. You know these are not asylum seekers. People just coming across illegally, getting loaded on buses, just coming straight into the interior. Ain't no asylum seeking. It's people that are coming across illegally. You know it. You know what's going on. The border's open. Let's stop playing games. Why we got to act like that? Why we got to just lie? Why get on the internet and lie like that?
No, they're not asylum seekers. How could you prove that?
Huh?
How could you prove they're not asylum seekers? How do you know that?
Because they're coming across by coyotes. We know they're being paid by coyotes. They're paying coyotes. Excuse me, sir. You can't talk while I'm talking. So I'm gonna say this. We know that we got organized crime going on. What kind of asylum seekers use organized crime to come across? We see at the border, we see the cartels operating. We know they're operating. We have intelligence that understands what's going on. They're paying coyotes $5,000 and $10,000. What kind of asylum seeker pays a coyote to come into the country illegally? We know what's happening, man. Why we gotta act like that? I don't get it. It's so weird.
No,
Stop
because
lying.
you are the one who's lying. You're not telling the truth.
Man, come on. We know what's going on. I'm not gonna keep repeating myself. So we can move on to something else.
Because you don't want to tell the truth to your
look,
audience.
at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I want to do. If I want to get in here and sing songs from the 70s, disco boots, and put a disco ball on my mama, do that. It's my show. So like I said, I'm not gonna repeat myself. You can move on to something else, or I can hang up, get to the next caller. It's your choice.
So it is profitable to tell your audience or not?
What am I lying about? Nothing.
So
everything I said here is true. Like I said, I'm not gonna keep repeating myself. You can move on to something else, or I'm gonna hang up. Because I don't got
you gotta allow me to talk so you can learn something.
What are you gonna say? Excuse me, sir. Sir. Listen to what I'm telling you. What are you gonna tell me right now? You've not already said for the past 8 minutes.
Okay, as an asylum seeker.
All right. Okay. Goodbye, sir. I don't got all day for that, man. We're not gonna beat that dead horse no more. So have a good night. have a great night. Okie dokie. Let me go. Calling ticket to 757.
Hey, ABL, how are you?
Oh, well, how about yourself?
Good, man. Sorry, I was a little. So this is easy. I haven't talked to you in a while, man. And what a horrible person for me to follow, the gentleman that was just talking. Personally, I was calling for a different reason, but I definitely got triggered. What do you think he's trying to accomplish? The border is clearly open. Like, what do you think he's trying to accomplish by not acknowledging that?
I'm not really sure. Maybe he's trying to convince himself or convince some people that may agree with him that he's right. But, I mean, anybody can see that it's open. It's not hard to tell. The evidence is right in front of our very eyes.
Yeah, and I mean, there's plenty of streamers, I'm not going to mention any, but, like, there are plenty of streamers that if you keep your eye out, do some searches or something, you can find some folks that are down there live streaming the whole thing, showing you, what the line looks like and the piles of IDs that they're dropping before they get to the wall that is clearly working because they have to form a line behind the wall. So, I'm the wrong guy for that, man. I was in the Coast Guard, and I played a pretty significant role in immigration with Cubans, like in the Caribbean. And I get it. Like, I've been that brochure guy. Like, I've picked up the babies on the big white boat. Like, I understand what they're fleeing from, some of them, but I also understand the corruption behind the whole thing. And it's ridiculous how it's a big problem, man. It's a huge problem.
Absolutely.
So anyway, I really actually called. Sorry about that rant, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. But I really actually called about that the truck, and those Raptors are really nice trucks. I'm a Super Duty guy, but I'm actually selling mine because of this. And but the Raptors are really nice trucks. But something to think about, if anybody's thinking about buying one, is just the cost involved. So I did some research, and the insurance premiums are extremely high. Have you heard that?
No, I've not.
Yeah, no, it's like they're really high. So folks have to keep that in mind before they buy them. And, I didn't really know why. I bet it has something to do with the likelihood of being rear-ended.
That's hilarious.
What do you think?
Hey, that could be what's going on for sure. That could be it.
It might be something like that. I just feel like it's crazy. The insurance companies, they're coming up behind you, and they're going deep. So I just wanted to share that with you, sir. Have a great night, and thanks for doing what you do.
Thank you for the call, man. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
All right, shout out to the caller. Got them late night jokes going on. All right, let's keep on rocking here. Let's go to 310. You don't line. Who am I speaking to?
Oh, what's up? Finally got on. My name's Drew from California.
All righty.
I just wanted to say you do an awesome job on your show all the time. I love watching you, and you're very detailed and, should I say, proper. Other than that, I had a quick question for you. Maybe you can answer it. Since you're a taller guy and everything, do you have any back problems? I'm going to have surgery soon.
Not really. Sometimes I have the occasional spasm, but that's really just my fault. If my posture is not proper, then I'll feel it. I got to always have my good posture. If I'm kind of slouching or something like that, like right now, I have this chair that's like designed for posture to where I can't really slouch in it like that. So yeah, that's the main thing. I got to maintain good posture. If I don't, I'll feel it in the morning. My back could be tearing me up. But beyond that, it's not too much.
Other than that, do you take any anti-inflammatory, whether it be over-the-counter prescription or totally natural stuff like what I do, like herbal stuff?
No, I just take my regular vitamins. I take my vitamins are I take zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D, calcium, magnesium, ginger, and L-arginine.
Okay. Ginger for sure is somewhat of an anti-inflammatory, but yeah, dude, I'm 31 years old, been going through this since I was 18.
Oh, wow.
Dropped about 40 or 45 pounds since then. Of muscle.
Wow.
Anyway, I just want to throw that out there. Didn't want to bug you too hard, but just since you're a taller guy like I am, if you have any back problems or last question real quick, answer me this. How do you sleep? On your side, your back, or your stomach? Or in a chair? Or how do you sleep?
On my side, usually. Yeah.
Oh, all right. That's my problem. All right, ABL, thank you so much. I'll call back next time with more information instead of ask any questions. But thank you so much, and I'll keep watching your show. You have a good night.
Thanks for the call, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, definitely. I sleep like a baby, too. I sleep instantly. Like, people have problems sleeping. I sleep like that. If I get into that side, like that fetal position, I'm out. I'm out. I get into bed, I'm like out like a light. Like pushing the button, the little side position, it's a wrap. Yeah, but my back, like, I just got to sit up straight. If I kind of slouch a little bit, my back is going to be killing me. And then if I'm doing stuff, it'll spasm. And it's to the point where if I get them spasms, I can't even really do too much. But again, that's all me just sitting improperly or sitting properly. 571, you're on line. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's Keith from VA.
in NC right now. Hey, VA all day. I just want to come out the gate saying that.
Yes, indeed. 757. What part you from?
703 571.
Okay, up north.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So, been listening to the stream. I didn't know you could get smoked out there in Dulles. You've been out there.
Yeah.
You've been out. Yeah. What's going on? Like Dulles, bro? Like that's where the Redskins camp is. Dulles Town Center. You got AID out there, the International Air. I didn't know you could get smoked out there. Hey, to all the young boys, all the young cats, women, females, males, all that. They're just doing all this viral stuff. Please, please be careful out there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth your life. Like you said, man, I wasn't finna call in until you. I've been laughing for like the last 30 minutes, dog, because you said you were like, yeah, if you out there and you only get like 100 views on the video, man, I almost had to pull the car over, dog. But I'm saying, man, like, I'm 36, man. I'm from Northern Virginia, man. People carry out there.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? People conceal carry. When I was living in Virginia, I conceal carry too. Shout out to PSA though. Palmetto State Armory, they got a sale right now. I'm not endorsing anything like that. I'm just saying they got a little sale for frames, and you can get a lower receiver too. If y'all in the market, Memorial Day, you know what I'm saying? Mother's Day just passed. If you forgot about your mom, then whatever. Say, look, mom, I got you this. I put this together for
spin
you,
on
a little
that.
package with her.
Right.
Yeah, put a little package together for mom, But I didn't know it was like that out there, man. TikTokers and stuff. I mean, down here, I'm in all right, I'm about 40 minutes from Raleigh. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm far enough to where, I don't have to deal with all that nonsense, but I'm still close enough to, if I want to get some sushi or something. We don't have no sushi out here, dog. Like, there's a bunch of cows. Like, my neighbors are goats and hens and chickens and all this,
Right.
So,
we out the country somewhere.
but I'm just saying, yeah, bro, yeah. You gotta be out here sometimes, man. But y'all be safe out there, man. And I hope I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing at the situation. I hope he's okay. All right. I think it's unfortunate he had to get shot, but he had to get shot. I mean,
It had to happen.
I just look at it like, yeah, man, like you can't, like that's not something, you know what I'm saying? That's not something you do out here. People got concealed carry, like the caller was on the phone earlier. We got concealed carry out here. We don't, in Virginia and here in North Carolina too. So, we just passed the little handgun thing. It was pretty dope, but we getting there. We're getting there. But you just gotta be careful out there, man, because it's like you could even be in the crossfire, all this stuff too, for real. That's why I try to stay out of malls. I try to stay out of that. And Dulles Town Center, man, it's huge. That's where I picked up my first pistol over there at the Expo Center right there in Dulles.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the airport there. You got the AID, the airport. You got Dulles Town Center. You got the Expo Center that hosts all these gun shows. But people got guns out there, man. Y'all, everybody that's out there doing the thing, again, man, just be safe, be careful, stay vigilant, carry a weapon, because you gotta protect you and yours. At the end of the day, ABL, you the man. I don't care what anybody says. These asylum seekers that are coming through, they're not all asylum seekers, bro. And I know you know that, but I just wish that more information was being given the correct way, as opposed to somebody coming on and being upset over somebody that's got a podcast that complains into a mic, for a living. You feel me? So, I mean, I appreciate you, man. Shout out to the chat. Y'all are hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I don't know what y'all on today. Y'all are on point. Y'all came out the gate. Y'all hit Ivan where it hurts. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he was reading the chat, bro, when you hit him, when you put him on mute. So
probably was.
Y'all take care. Yeah. No doubt. Y'all take care, man. Stay blessed. Stay strapped. You know what I mean? Because you gotta look out for you and yours. Take care.
Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate you. All right, shout out to the caller. Yeah, Dulles, it's nice out there, but it can happen to you. It could definitely happen to you. You come across the wrong guy at the wrong time. It don't matter where you are. You could be right in the middle of you could be right Times Square, right in the middle of everything. It don't matter. Just keep your hands to yourself. Don't do nothing crazy. You be okay. You know, it could definitely happen to you. 708, you're on the line. Who am I speaking to?
This is Perp Ill.
All right, man. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, dude? Not much. I just wanted to shout out to all the callers tonight. They've been really good. Great show. And shout out to the chat. Speaking of all these commercials that have been coming out that have been LGBTQ, do you think it's part of like an ESG thing where they're getting money?
It could be. I mean, because I don't really see another reason why. I don't see another reason why they're doing it, because it's not really for the audience. So it should be a different reason why they're doing it.
Right. And like after the Bud Light thing, you'd think it would chill out, but it seemed like it ramped up a little bit.
It doubled down, tripled down. It just kept on going. And I feel like there's going to be more brands to do the same thing. And we're not even in Pride Month yet. We're like, this is the pre-Pride Month celebration. So I feel like once we get into the actual Pride Month, it's going to go 100% full tilt.
Oh, man. I had a Disneyland season pass because I had a kid when I lived in California. And we did not go for June.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you.
But and one thing I wanted to talk about was VPNs. You talked about that earlier. I don't know how many people in the chat know about them, but I use ExpressVPN personally. Like,
whoa. We can't talk about brands because actually, actually, I got a few brands that are hitting me up, so I might want to. I don't want to endorse one before they endorse me. That's all.
All right. Well, screw the guys I was talking about. They're not that good. But no, it was weird because I tried to do a super chat. Like, I didn't say a company name or anything. I was just like, yeah, you can use VPNs. Like, if you have Netflix and say you're in a different country to get different movies, and they wouldn't let me send that super chat. So
yeah, they hating on you. They're trying to, because stuff like that. I mean, it's not illegal to do it, but it's frowned upon by certain industries. I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube had some kind of restriction on that, because they have a TV service as well. They got YouTube TV. So if you're using the VPN with YouTube TV, it might kind of interfere. So that's probably why they blocked that.
Yeah, I think it's crazy because I tried to like decode it too and not spell things correctly, and they still knew it was up.
Right. Yep.
They're smart. But that video that I was talking about with the guy in the sewer, it's called "Living in the Tunnels Beneath New York Mole People."
Okay, I might have check it out. So that's where the guy had like a little house up under there, like power and stuff like that.
Yeah, he had computers. He had a little running water.
That's crazy.
But thanks for taking my call tonight. Love the show. Watch it all the time. Appreciate you.
Thank you for the call, man. Appreciate you.
Have a good night.
All right, shout out to the caller. But yeah, I need to go and just get a VPN because, a VPN sponsor. I don't answer a lot of my emails as far as sponsors are concerned, because I get so many emails from people talking about, okay, we want to sponsor you, we want to do this and that and the third, but it's too many emails I get to the point where it's hard for legitimate offers to stand out. And also, I don't want to put my name on anything that I don't really use, or I don't really know about, or I don't really support. Because I don't want something to go wrong, and then it's like, well, you said something about the ABL, so I'm not really into that. So I might have to look into it and find one that I really like, or the one that I do use, I have to see if they're going to sponsor me. 352, you're on the line. Who am I speaking to?
ABL, how you doing, sir? It's Wayne from Florida.
All right, man. What's going on?
Great, man. Glad to hear you on the radio, man. I missed you the other night.
Well, I'm glad.
I honestly. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I said I'm glad you're here.
I love the show, man. Been listening to you for about 3 to 4 years. I just wanted to ask you about something from the other show about Biden at the was that Howard University?
Yeah.
Coming out with that white supremacy stuff. I can't even say it right now. This is dumb. That's the biggest threat to democracy. I can't believe he said that.
I mean, the whole appearance, everything about that day or night, whenever that was crazy. First of all, they had him in the Howard gown, but it looked like a Klan outfit. It's like, put the hat on, you got the full outfit right there. That's the first thing. The second thing, they gave him an honorary doctorate. Why would you give this guy an honorary doctorate? First of all, he's not doing a good job. Second of all, he's about 1,000 years old. Third of all, he said, hey, vote for me. You ain't black. I don't understand how that equals honorary doctorate. And then, of course, he had to go out there and pander talking about white supremacy so you can get some applause from the audience because it's Howard. It's a lot of, liberal people in the audience. And really, it's like a DC kind of echo chamber because it's right there in Washington, DC. So a lot of the graduates are going to go work right there for the government. So he's trying to recruit people to work for the White House. It was a mess.
Yeah. I'm over it at this point. I was actually at my family's house a few nights ago, and we were having dinner. And, of course, religion, politics, that stuff comes up at the dinner table. And then my uncle was saying he was talking this same stuff about all this is out of hand with all this white supremacy stuff. I'm like, really? I'm like, what's going on with the border, the fentanyl, homelessness,
right,
all that stuff. That's nothing compared to white supremacy. Are you kidding me?
It's crazy.
But you're doing a great job. I'll let you go. You got a ton of callers, man. Have a good night.
Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate you. Great call. Shout out to the caller. Let's go to 504. You're on the line. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, ABL. It's Alien Spaceship.
All righty.
So, I wanted to say that what he was saying, I watch a lot of those streams that people are talking about the border, and there's tons of people coming in. And also, there are many people that are just camping out there. And I think you pointed out before they're ordering food in that area and the other stream. And there's many people that are coming through, some families and some people. Most of them seem to be of military-age men.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's exactly who is coming across. And people just want to talk about asylum seekers. No, the border's just wide open, and it's a problem.
Right. And anybody that thinks that, there's no problem at the border is living in a fantasy world. They're either working with the enemies. And I think basically that has to be it with them, because no logical person or someone that has the best interest for us or the country is going to support these kind of things. And I don't really know exactly why the Oscar of, what's it called, that truck, the weenie truck, I think they're saying, was racist.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about.
Yeah, I have no idea how that was linked to anything racist, but I guess I could go and look into it. And also, I definitely think that TikTok is a big threat, and I know, especially in our corrupted political climate, I definitely think that people and the Congress and the Senate and the government, I don't know if they're going to be able to fully ban it because of the money, but it definitely needs to, either be very regulated where the Chinese can't put degenerate stuff or infiltrate the people. But I personally think we should definitely get rid of it. But what are your thoughts on that?
There was a lot there. What's your specific question?
Okay. Do you think TikTok should be banned?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question.
Right.
Here's my thing. I would just want more regulation, not regulation. I would want less government intervention in the U.S. companies. So if we're going to ban TikTok, if it was to be banned, then we at the same time need to have less government interference into U.S. companies like not TikTok, like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc. Stop having them make phone calls talking about, hey, take this down, take that down. And so if we're going to do one, it needs to be an even thing done to the other side. If we're not going to stop the U.S. censorship of American social media companies, ain't no point in banning TikTok. It defeats the purpose.
Right. And I think that, is a good point. And I think that if it has, I don't use it personally, but if it has good characteristics to it, or it could be used for good, if they could take away the degenerate stuff and the Chinese influence over it some kind of a way, and there's something good about it, I see your point. And yeah, I do think that the with the farms, it's basically, and whatnot in the country, that they're trying to control the food, to control the people. And as I said before, and other callers said that all over the world, there's the farm burnings and seizing of farms and stuff. And I think that, it's basically what they're trying to do with their New World Order. And, a lot of this stuff comes from, Germany and the communists and the School of Frankfurt and whatnot. They infiltrated the country and put this degenerate stuff in. But it's good that we're continuing to fight to stop them. And you do very good with the callers. Shout out to all of them. And that's all I have to say. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you for the call, man. Appreciate you.
Okay, bye.
All right. Shout out to my man for the call. Always a great call. Let's go to 801. Line. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, ABL, this is Jason from Salt Lake. I just want to talk about the Wyoming sorority really quick. It makes me so mad inside. But I'm glad that the girls are actually stepping up and actually taking care of the problem on their end. And I had talked to you before in the past about transgender men and transgender women who are identifying as the opposite sex. I had mentioned that how many transgender men who identify as women do you see going into women's bathrooms? I see it all the time, but you never see a woman who identifies as a man going into a man's bathroom or a men's locker room. It's just, to me, it's just so out of whack. And I'm trying to figure out what is the cause of this particular movement. And it will pass. I think hopefully it'll eventually pass. I mean, what are your thoughts about that? I mean, I'm sure you've been asked a lot of questions tonight about so many things. I'm just wondering what you think about that. What do you think? How long do you think that'll last? And
that's a good question. I think what's going on is the LGBT movement got a lot of steam behind gay marriage. They became it got very popular. And then once gay marriage passed, then it was a lot of people that came in as opportunists for their own purposes. You got guys that want to be in female-only spaces when they normally would not be. It's like the guy with the sorority. This guy would normally never be anywhere close to women that look anywhere near as good as these girls look. But he used the loophole of, I'm transgender. Now I have access to women-only areas. Women don't do that. Women don't have to go through desperate measures to get male attention. It's just not a thing.
Correct.
Even women that weigh like 800 pounds can still get a lot of male attention. Men don't have that.
Yeah.
So men, rather than just improving themselves, not all men, obviously, but some of the men that are just disgusting, rather than improving themselves, rather than doing necessary things to become more attractive, they take this scummy route to get into areas with all women. That's really what's going on. And they're being protected because they say, hey, well, I'm LGBT. And since there's so much of a protection of this class, they just found a loophole. That's all.
Yeah. And to add to what your last caller was mentioning about just the controlling of like goods and stuff like that, there was a YouTube video I saw years ago called the Obama Billionaire Agenda, and it's actually been taken off of YouTube, and you can't even find it anymore. Basically, it's the Obama Billionaire Agenda is that the billionaires are going to wipe out pretty much all the lower and middle class, and the world's just going to be just millionaires and billionaires. And of course, you're going to have migrants and the illegal Mexicans and everybody else that have to stay in order, because they're the bed makers and food cookers, I guess is what you call them. Like someone's got to mow their lawn and take care of them. This is just something that I saw on YouTube a long time ago. It's called the Obama Billionaire Agenda, which I thought was really weird. And then the other one that they had actually taken down was the Clinton body count, which was a really great documentary. You can't even find it anymore. I've looked everywhere, but anyways, I just thanks for taking my call. And I just wanted to ask what your thoughts are about the Wyoming sorority thing, and it's just disgusting. And the fact that the guy's sitting there perving out, watching these girls with the Woody covering his privates with a pillow and wearing leggings for one, it's just something so wrong with that. Not only that, the dude's freaking 6'3", It's like,
right.
Yeah. But anyways, thanks for your call and have a great night and love your content.
Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate you.
Yep.
All right. Shout out to the caller. Well, that will be a wrap for me. I'm a little bit over, but I was a little bit late, so we're just making up for the lost time. Thank you for being here. You guys are the best audience anywhere on these internets. If you couldn't come on tonight, don't blame me. Blame the white man. You know it's not my fault. You know how I do. But I'll be back live on Wednesday, of course, and I'm here every day putting out pre-recorded content for your viewing and listening pleasure. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. And also, this is a podcast you're listening to right now. The podcast will be available on your favorite audio streaming platforms, whether it be Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, Anchor, iTunes, etc. Link for that will be in the description, or just go to your favorite audio streaming platform and search ABL Live. It should pop right on up. Thank you to the mods for keeping the trolls nice in check. Thank y'all for watching and retweeting, super chatting, whatever you do. I thank y'all for that. I could not do the show without you. All righty. So I have some super chats here, and we'll keep on rocking until the next one. Then right on up, put the bow on top. I forgot about that. So thank you to Purple, who says that take my call 708. I'm not Ivan, I promise. Hopefully I got to you tonight, boss. If I didn't, hey man, blame the white man. It's not my fault. Thank you to J Flow for becoming a member of the ABL squad. Thank you to Donday2K, who says caller was lying by omission. The illegals are coached to say that they are fleeing from the cartels, fleeing political persecution, etc. So they get asylum. Asylum means nothing now. Exactly. Thank you to Papa Naya Shelley, who says, I deliver to SoCal often. Almost every spot has illegals. They're on forklifts, welding, engineering, etc. Good paying jobs. Where to see U.S.-born workers. Yeah, good paying jobs for U.S.-born workers, but maybe not so good for illegal aliens. That's why they want a job and not American-born workers. Trying to get that competitive edge of that cheaper labor. Thank you to Scott Huber for being an ABL supporter, and thank you to Atomic Tabasco, who says, happy birthday, Bina. Shout out to Bina. Happy birthday, Bina. Thank you to Purple, who says, heck yeah, at Alien Spaceship. To Ivan, if you're still watching, it's all about fentanyl. That's what we care about. We need a border for safety. The TikTok bill had hidden laws to spy on us. There you go. So thank you guys for being here. You guys are the best audience anywhere on these internet. Being happy, have a happy birthday. I'm getting tired, so I'm stuttering really hard. Have a happy birthday. Enjoy yourself. I'm glad you're here with us, enjoying your day. But that'll be a wrap for me. So until next time, y'all be safe. I'm out. And peace.